They are two of the top money leaders on the tour this season. A year ago, Mike McEwen finished first on that money list. Now he's once again near the top. The man, though, they're all chasing, Brad Gushue, winner of 6 events. Gushue has cracked the $100,000 mark. This week, it's not just about the money, though. A trip to Vegas and looking for a spot in the curling trials. It's Gushue. It is McEwen as the Canada Cup continues. Our season of champions gets underway this week here in Grande Prairie with the Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling. It's day 2. It began this morning with the 4th draw. Feature matchup, 2-time Canadian champion, world champion Kevin Koe against the reigning Saskatchewan champion Steve Laycock out of Saskatoon. Mark Kennedy, one of the best in the game. Well, gold medal winner, of course, with Kevin Martin, throwing second stones. What a shot. Quiet, tap back out, set up a 4 in the 8th. As they roll to the win over Laycock. Elsewhere, it was Mike McEwen, a win over Reed Carruthers in an all-Manitoba game. On the women's side, Val Sweeting beat Sherry Middaugh. Middaugh losing her first. Rachel Homan remains undefeated, and a big win for Jennifer Jones. The Sochi gold medal winner struggled early, now has her first win. Men's side, Koe, undefeated. Gushue, surprisingly winless. Rachel Homan, 3-0. Tracy Fleury-Sudbury still looking for win number 1. As on this Thursday afternoon, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Grande Prairie, and nice to be with you. This Canada Cup of Curling with Cheryl Russ alongside. Yesterday, we got our first look at Brad Gushue, and we all agreed that I think this year he's got 4 players on the same page, committed. They want to win, they know how to win, but right now, here at this event, they're not on the same page.
No, they certainly aren't. 2 close games, but they're just not on the same page. But they're really the Mike McEwen of last season. Win everything in sight. 6 victories for Gushue. But Mike couldn't finish it off last year at the Provincial Championship. You really wonder with Gushue's schedule. 11 events. This is his 11th event out here. That's unprecedented. He went to Nova Scotia last weekend, which was a bit of an eye-opener, too. You really start to think if they are a little bit out of gas here and burned out a little bit. The key for Brad, I think, is Gallant. He's struggling. Keep it as simple as you can early in the end. It gives some room to Gallant, get some confidence. Make your mark with Mark.
It really is a curious thing. These two teams are mirror opposites of each other a year ago. Mike McEwen, yeah, dog-tired. Looked at his schedule, says we got to change things.
They did. They were really tired after Canada Cup last year, and they admitted that. So they've reworked their schedule this year to come here rested, and they are. And their focus here this week is going to be to get that elusive Olympics trial spot so that they can go on and refocus on provincials and get that title as well. And I think the key matchup is going to be at the second position. Matt Wozniak at 86%. Use him to play those setup shots and put some pressure on a struggling Brett Gallant. And BJ Neufeld, he's also top of the thirds and playing very well. And you're going to have to use him to shut down an always hot Mark Nichols.
The keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. When we come back, it is Gushue against McEwen from the Canada Cup. Mike McEwen will win the Home Hardware Canada Cup.
It felt amazing winning in that environment. It's very close to what a field would be like at Olympic trials. And to come through and win a 4-rock 10-end event, which I think some said we hadn't done before, felt pretty good.
I definitely look forward to this event and playing the best teams in the world. It's always nice when you win an event and all the best teams are there because you know you beat everybody. Whoever wins this week is going to have that honor.
The 2015 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. The 2015 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Ford, proud partner of the Canadian Curling Association for over 20 years.
Mike McEwen, Brad Gushue. That's our feature on this Thursday afternoon. Time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Brad Gushue. Our lead is Jeff Walker. Our second is Brett Gallant. Our third is Mark Nichols. And we play out of the Valley Haley Golf and Curling Club in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Hi, I'm Skip Mike McEwen. Our lead is Denny Neufeld, second Matt Wozniak. Our third is BJ Neufeld, and we curl out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Brad Gushue looking to win his first. Has won the draw to the button, so he will have the last draw. He'll have the hammer in this open again, playing the Redstones. McEwen is out, rushed down just outside the 8-foot. They'll play the yellow. And to get us underway, the McEwen lead is Denny Neufeld.
That's okay.
So I'll be interested to see, Russ, if how quickly we'll see one of your keys for Gushue. If in fact he does keep it a little more simple, a little more wide open.
I think he will. I really do. This McEwen team's had such a run the last 2 or 3 years, and we're talking about he isn't good this year. He's won 3 times. You know, haven't played that many events, only 7 events, so that's a pretty good record also. So you have to respect your opponent, and if somebody's struggling, there's a gut feeling, I think, Cheryl, where you just might rein in the strategy a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think you look at that. You always have to look at your players. On the opposite side of that, if you're Mike McEwen, you're going to look at, there's a player on the opposite team that's struggling, and you're going to maybe put some pressure on in that position as well.
Absolutely.
Full forward, top button.
I think it's interesting talking about these schedules and how teams, maybe going forward with so many events now starting to come up and be available to all these teams, and the season getting so much longer, that they're going to maybe have to rework their schedules a lot more to not play as much and have that burnout effect happen.
Yeah, you and I talked about between the two of us, we wouldn't play 11 events before Christmas. That's unbelievable. It's not like they're all in driving distance of his home curling club. He's been in Europe, he's been all over the place. So you have to wonder. But I guess the other end of it, though, to argue with myself, the 2 games he lost were very close and against world-class teams. So it's not like you were running him over at the bus yet.
Well, it's hard. That's what these teams do. They play. They want to curl, and so as the events come up and are available, they want to play in them. It's so hard to say no.
Well, the other thing is the Olympic qualifying.
Right.
And the points that go with it. It's changed dramatically.
Yes.
From those bygone days that you both remember. And
mine aren't that bygone.
No, that's right.
And I don't remember.
But the fact that that everyone looks, guys, we're going to play here, or ladies, we're going to go play here because of the points available. And we're going to do it and going and going and going. That's why this event is so important. If you can get that trials spot here, well, as Mike McEwen said to us earlier, he says, look, if I might team, we'll still want to play, but we'll be more selective.
It gives you a break.
A little light on that come around. They had a nice situation set up for Gushue, but a little light. But it's what we call a great miss, a smart error. It's in a spot that Mike has to deal with it.
Like that? Like so.
Matt's had a great event so far today. 86% he's been playing very well. Brett will be having to bring up his game against Matt.
Good.
Wonderful.
Kind of like
Angles it back, gets it off the button. So further to what you were saying, Russ, about just how busy he has been. 10 events. This is his 11th. He's won 6. Look where he's gone, from Oakville, Ontario, to just outside of Gananoque, over to Basel, Switzerland, into Quebec, on the tour. I mean, and then last week, as you said, the Mayflower Caspiel in Nova Scotia, and then traveling all the way here. So if he's a little burned out, you wouldn't be surprised.
No question about it. And it'd be a little more critical. We played the prestigious TSN staff Bonspiel at the Mayflower Curling Club, and it's just not the same surface as you would have here. So
not after we played.
So you wonder if it just took him a game or two to figure out this surface.
Now, by comparison, he hasn't done quite as well. He's third in money, 65 compared to the 110, but there are his first place wins, 3 of them. Just again, they said during the off season, let's just pull it back. And the addition for them, the key addition for them is on the bench, and that's John Meade, the two-time Canadian champion with Jeff Stoughton. They have brought him in for his expertise with regards to preparing for the provincials and to win finally for him a Manitoba championship.
Well, you couldn't pick a better guy. He's got the titles, he knows how to do it, and I think he's going to be great for this team in kind of securing that elusive provincial spot that they've been trying to get.
Yep, whiteboard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jeff. Hard, Jeff. I didn't think he could back
Gushue opened it up when he had a chance, probably look for a blank this end.
Holy cow. He slid on the inside of the rock.
There you go. There's the comment. Brad said he slid on the inside of the rock, so he didn't get his body squared up to the broom. Slid tight, so he had to back it up. When you kick it back like that, it won't curl.
You know, that's one of the things, though, that playing 10 events, some players can handle 10 events. Some players, that's where some of the technical issues start to come in because they get tired. Sure. You can be in physically great shape, but 10 events might not be good for you as a player. That's when you go back and make some notes in your book and re-look at it next year for how many events did you play and peak at.
Good. Good, Danny. That's good. That's good. Whoa, Brett.
It's like when you go back after each event on different ice surface, it's always like you go back to your home club and kind of retool your delivery to kind of clean up any tendencies that you had from the club you were at. And one thing with Gushue's team is they didn't really have time from last week's event probably to get a lot of practice time to come out here.
Great point, because it's, you know, you look.
Throw.
It's our second visit to Grande Prairie here at Revolution Place. And there we see Kathy Gauthier off on the right-hand side. That was 2006 we were here. That was the Women's Worlds that year, Annette Norberg. And we're going to be back here again for the Scotties come February.
Well, we are, and that humidifier over my shoulder, Vic, was a source of lots of difficulty in 2006. Jamie was here as the ice maker at that time, and when they had to use the equipment, it came in and blew right across the sheets and caused some issues. They had to rig emergency ductwork, had to do a whole bunch of things. That's the advantage. We talk about the women's teams wanting to use this almost as a training ground for the Scotties. Well, for Jamie, because he's been here before, knows what the challenges were then, and has now mapped the building in terms of what might go wrong and where they may have to put extra resources. He's using this as a way to make sure that the ice at the Scotties will be all that much better. And when I talked to him about what that perfect ice is for him, he said if you be able to go around a guard that's about 2 feet in front of the house with draw weight, you shouldn't be able to get at it with hack. So don't expect bigger swing. Don't expect that big warp. Do expect a little tighter conditions, but that's actually what he's working towards.
Well, he's gotten a break, I would think he'd admit, with the weather. Yesterday it was around +4, 5 here. It's at 0 now. And the forecast through the rest of the event is going to be in that -1 to 0, even up on plus side again by late Sunday. And no rain or snow, no humidity outside.
It's fantastic, and the humidity is always low out west, which is just perfect for curling ice. You get out east in a lot of the events, the frost build up, and there's nothing they can do about it, really. It's nice to have a free one like this for the skipper.
Keep going, keep going.
Sweet, boys.
Not necessarily for Brad as much as it is for the Brushers to really feel how that glide's coming for Hogline in. It's going to carry this in this game, as opposed to, we watched a game in Sheet E that it would really dig in a little bit. That rock might have stopped top 12. So get a good feel for how far it's really going to carry.
You know, further what Kathy was saying, as we look like we're heading towards a blank end, every ice maker tends to have his style of ice, his idiosyncrasies, and you know, we mentioned a lot of these players play the tour. Mark Shurik is the ice maker for the tour. He has his. Now you come here, it's like getting onto different grasses on a green or on a course, and you have to adjust. It might take you a game or two to adjust.
It is, you know, and I think one of the key things when you come to a new event is you kind of have to get in your mind the shape of what the ice is like, and you have to discuss that as a team. You know, it maybe curls from the 12-foot to the 8-foot, and it's a little flatter in the 4-foot. Just get a shape.
I think it's fantastic that they're different. It really makes them think.
What started off looking like it might build to something for Gushue winds up a blank. Underway here on a Thursday afternoon from Grand Prairie. 5 games on the ice here in Draw 5. And it's Brad Jacobs, gold medal winner from Sochi against the reigning Saskatchewan champion. Cooey trying to make it 4 straight. He plays John Epping from the Donalda Club in Toronto. Reed Carruthers lost this morning. Pat Simmons, he'll be Team Canada, of course, at the Tim Hortons Brier in Ottawa come March. And Rachel Homan trying to make it 4 straight over the 2-time Canadian, 2-time World Junior Women's Champion, Kelsey Rock. Here at Revolution Place, former Canada Games Arena when it opened in 1995. Seats some 3,200, home of the Grand Prairie Storm of the Alberta Junior Hockey League. We blanked the first end of our featured game, Gushue against MacEwan. So it will be, once again, Brad Gushue from St. John's, Newfoundland, that has the last rock. He has the hammer, playing the Redstones here in number 2.
Denny Neufeld's first one slid behind that dreaded tee line, and that is a no-go. That's not a good spot. Brad Gushue might be able to take advantage of that.
Finish it up if you can. If you can, finish it.
Maybe just at the end.
Yep. Go. Can go.
Shot, Denny.
As a skip, this was always the discussion on this last shot of Mike's, is where to put that. You can sometimes go around and protect, come around on the corner and look at that, or throw the tight guard.
Wait's good.
Whoa. Good. Just hack.
Yep. Whoa.
Just hack.
Mark, go ahead, Mark. Mark. Go ahead. Whoa.
This could be the play that we talked about in our opening about keeping it a little bit simpler for Brett till he gets his feet underneath him. And there was double corner guards that were staggered in the first end. Gushue could have drawn around them. He decided to hit them and open it up and blank the end. And he could have frozen his play to come around there too. So he might be thinking the same way we were.
Maybe wait a little later. Mark Nichols has been playing great.
I don't think
pressure
so,
on with him.
Whoa.
Wait's nice.
Close.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hard.
Little down.
Whoa.
Little down.
Whoa. Yep. Right up, then.
A little down. Okay, good call on the weight. It's good.
You see the one sweeper theory being used with this team as well, MacEwan and Gushue, thinking that the other sweeper is negating what you're doing, so they were trying to hold that one straight, so only having one sweeper on the downward strong side of the stroke.
I have to throw the out.
Seems like all the teams have gone to that.
Well, Gushue did it first. He did a lot of research in the summer, and kudos to Brad. And he came out and started winning everything and taking all the money out of these other guys' pockets. So yes, they are all trying it now.
Hey, Brett. I thought a little light.
Wait, don't wait.
Line's good.
Top feet. Room.
Top 4.
Line's good.
Whoa. Top
Line's
4.
fine.
Wait, don't wait. Yep. Top of the 4. Whoa, line's good.
4.
Whoa.
Top 4.
Nice angle coming in here.
It's there. T-line.
Too deep. Okay.
Good judge.
Yeah.
This is
Let's update you on all the scores so far. Brad Jacobs coming off that loss earlier today to Kevin Cooey, scores 2 against Steve Laycock as they go to the second. Cooey, meanwhile, trying to win 4 straight, has a 1-0 lead over John Epping. Reed Carruthers and Pat Simmons blanked the first. Carruthers with the last rock in the second. And the only women's game on the ice, Rachel Homan, the 2-time Canadian champion, scores 2 in the first against Kelsey Rock out of the Saville Sports Center in Edmonton.
Fluid on. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good sweep, Danny.
Shot.
Again, great shot by Matt.
The freeze is one thing, but look at the alignment. It's like you can obviously see what happened if that yellow one centered, that long guard comes straight back. The red's long gone. It'll clear the back yellow also. Beautiful stone. Great position.
Good.
Plan B to get the back one.
Guard for now?
Yeah, that helps a lot because at some point Mike could just hit this at 3 if that stayed there, and it'd be pretty tough for Brad Gushue to blank.
I left it down there, I guess. Okay.
BJ Neufeld.
Pretty tight. Room. Wait, skip. Room. I think you're there.
Mine's close. Boy,
Mine's nice.
If you never knew where he came from, and you just watch that delivery, you go, wow, it's Manitoba.
Exactly.
Wow.
You gotta finish it.
But it's curious the number of times we've been around, and I, to my mind, can't think of somebody at the moment. But there are people who do throw the tough delivery elsewhere in the country.
Jeez, I didn't go very
I
hard.
don't know. I guess it's because you can get so low.
Oh, for sure. You get your eyes right behind the rock. You're down lower. I used to think it was a wee bit harder to draw, but obviously if you do it long enough, you're going to be able to draw. And they tend to be phenomenal hitters. Quite a few Saskatchewan teams employ that a little bit.
Mark Nichols. Maybe a little less.
Yeah. Easy. Heavy hack. Whoa. Close. Heavy hack. Yep. Yeah. Just board. Really hard.
Ooh, that's really starting to curve. I got to be careful here.
And they'll just a short little raise, and there's Stone. Gushue Stone slips to the back edge now of the 12-foot.
Guard, long guard.
And McEwen is sitting 2 without last rock.
Okay.
These type of surfaces, when I'm coaching a team, I'm more worried about getting them to throw the right speed on a shot like that than hitting the broom. Hitting the broom's a little bit overrated. They were pretty happy the way Mark let that go. All of a sudden, 2/3 of the way down, it was like, whoops, it's a little lighter than we thought. Second end, maybe caught some pebble. And that was all the difference there.
He seemed surprised that he was light, so maybe a fresh spot.
Exactly, I think so.
Halfway at
He thought he threw what he should.
Easy, guys. That's the curl. That's the curl.
This side's really been warmed up if we've been paying attention. A lot of draws this way, a lot of brushing here. So this spot's getting nice and greasy fast.
Hard, all you got.
Or Mark threw is pretty fresh.
Hard. Hard. Go. Go, go,
Matt Wozniak with a great brush to drag it there.
Good. Really quick.
Well, Jamie Barraza is the man in charge, and there's a wonderful crew of volunteers here, members of the ice crew. As Kathy mentioned, learning each time out, and not unlike the curlers themselves, he learns about each ice surface and its peculiarities.
Well, I've heard nothing but great things from the players about the curl. They're loving that.
Okay, good.
Great shot.
Very nice.
Very nice is right.
Opens up the middle.
No question.
Good throw.
So we'll see
Good shot, Mark.
Jamie again when we return with the Scotties here in February. He'll also be making the ice for both men's and women's Alberta provincials.
Should be. I don't want to. I don't want to over curl. My side? Yeah, a little more actually. Yeah, good.
Decent opportunity with a center guard, but it's an awfully long one. So wherever this is, this stops in the paint, Brad should be able to get at it.
I think we need it, though.
Yeah, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
Perfect spot just to be shot, so just biting 4 foot.
to go at something on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Line's good.
Well, you heard Denny Neufeld, Matt Wozniak saying that we have to go.
Okay, hard then, hard, far as it goes.
Whoa.
They knew right away.
They did too.
I guess you see so many, do you, Cheryl, you see so many releases, that's why you don't need that watch.
No, exactly. Like they read off the releases of the throwers, and I noticed more of the men's teams and a lot of the women's teams this year not relying on that split time. They're using their eyes. They're good judges.
And that's the best thing to do. I'm so happy to see that, because it's, you know, once the thing's halfway down, you've got to judge it anyways.
Yeah.
All the way down right till it finishes, you have to, it's eye and, you know, that communication back and forth. So they knew right off the bat.
And so much about release can affect the weight. So if you're not paying attention to that release.
Just enough to get shot, I think it's probably good.
Yeah, need a bit of the forward.
What a turnaround here. Chance for two.
It's going to be any different speed. I'm in about 8 inches from where I was in the draw of the button.
Yeah. I think it's
Probably got to be really close, I would think.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a couple feet slower and draw to the button, but close to what it was last time for you.
That McEwen Stone coming up light has created that stagger now, just off center line.
Easy. A little heavy right now.
Don't need it yet. Stay close.
Brad Gushue with his first.
Line's good.
Still top four.
Line's good. Whoa. Line's good.
We're there.
Whoa. Switch. Jeff.
Yeah,
Roll
top
there.
button, top
Just
button.
half forward. Jeff's in. Jeff's in. Whoa. Half forward. Looks like, doesn't look heavy.
Yes,
heavy.
guys, gotta be shot.
Oh, and just shot.
Perfect.
Nearly a
I don't know if
disaster.
they're that good or if they just made a little mistake there.
Actually, this is the best shot right here. Just nibble. Nibble the 4 foot.
Yeah, I agree. If it's a little heavy, then we take it right to the button. I didn't see what you had here.
Shot.
Quarter.
Nibble
Quarter.
just shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Just got to nibble the 4 foot.
Interesting play here for Mike. He doesn't think he can get around, so he's trying to go like right there. The reasoning is, yes, Brad can hit it, but when Brad hits it, he'll be out there. He only score a single.
I guess then you try and duck it. Duck it around.
Yeah, his only option maybe then would be an out turn. You might get a piece of the 4 foot out turn draw.
Boy, that's really did sink, didn't it?
Oh, incredible.
That's pretty good.
Clean it.
This has to be
If
perfect,
you
though.
can.
McEwen.
Wait only, guys.
And
Line's
his
fine.
last.
Wait only. Wait only. Wait only.
Yep.
Just place
Go on
it.
him.
Wait only.
We're T-line on its own.
Okay, duck it around, man.
Around it.
T-line on its own, so it's deeper than they wanted.
Hard, Denny. Hard.
Oh.
And to the
That's
back
pretty good.
edge. Hanging onto the back edge of the button.
Wow.
Look at that.
Great call to get
Wow.
it by. That just speaks to how good ice this is. You can bury around a top 4 foot
Crazy how
stone.
much that curled.
That might be the most I've seen a rock curl in that 2.5 feet. So like that's dead buried around it. Like what? Less than 3 feet.
Right to the
A
button,
little
guys.
fortunate there because it ticks off. It's an easy 2, and they didn't think they could bury it. That's why they didn't call that shot. But I guess you can.
Straight draw, you can't throw any weight at it. You wouldn't get that kind of finish. So
Is the yellow double too flat, Russ?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
A little bit.
All right.
When I play with Brad, this was his favorite shot, the in-turn draw. He just threw it in practice, and he just threw it a minute
think it's
ago.
heavy.
So he should be very close here.
Final
Line's
stone.
perfect.
Line's good.
Here in the second,
Line's
after
perfect,
they
guys.
blank in one.
Sweep for T-line.
Right now, it's Mike
Line's
McEwen
perfect.
with a
Line's
stolen
perfect.
point, sitting back edge of the
Line's
button.
perfect.
Easy, easy, easy. Good shot.
To get the one. Brad Gushue looking for win number 1.
First one, half rock deeper, right?
It's on the board first. update for you here on this Thursday afternoon. Let's go over and check in on Rachel Homan against Kelsey Rock. Homan with 3 straight wins. Rock coming in at 1-1, Kathy.
For Kelsey Rock, she made a very nice shot on her first one, tapped a Homan stone back, but it was not shot, meaning her stone was not shot. So Rachel capped that off, and so this is a draw against one, but does need one of the H's of the button.
Rock is first year of women's play, and this one just won't hook for her, so that stone right at the back there, kicked away by Emma Miskew. 3-0, Homan leading, and Rachel Homan trying to win a 4th straight. If she does, she will clinch at least a tiebreaker. What a run this team has been on. They last lost in tour play October 10th to Michelle Yagi of Switzerland. That was in a Calgary event. They are now 23-0 since then. 23 straight wins, trying to make it 24 for the 2-time Canadian champion, Rachel Homan. Brad Gushue scores 1. And so here in the 3rd, Mike McEwen, for the first time in the game, will have the last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Another example of the curl there. Jeff came around with the out turn around that really tight center guard of Gushue's. Brought it curled so much it was actually ended up wide open on the intern side.
Whoa! 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 Leave it there. Okay, good throw. They're good.
Shot. Shot, Danny.
Hack. Hack.
When you have this much curl, you have to be very careful with the placement of those corner guards. You need them in nice and tight, like Mike just did here. He's got the yellow corner guard maybe 4 feet from the paint.
Whoa,
that's sufficient room to get it buried.
Heavy
if it's
hack.
really long, it's useless.
Mark. Go, Mark. Heavy hack. That looks real solid.
Yeah, the straighter the ice, the longer the guard can be, because you need that much time for it to
Gotta
curl.
go on the yellow, Jeff. Really hard. That's close to board.
Well, we just looked at Rachel Homan, and she is top of the women's table, 3 straight wins. On the men's side, it's Kevin Cooey as he plays John Epping at 1-1.
Well, and he's got a really tough draw. On his first shot, he faced 5 Cooey stones. Managed to get rid of 2, but his shooter was picked out on Kevin Cooey's final stone, so he faces 3, needs the button.
No backing here, eh?
You know,
no backing.
John Epping's one of those interesting stories out of the Donalda Club in Toronto, always hanging around. He made it to the trials in Winnipeg a couple of years back, went 1-6. He just hasn't been able to break through on the men's side of things. He is a former Canadian mixed champion. Picks up his single to even at 1.
Part of the issue is the province that he has to play out of. He's run into some tough teams there.
That's exactly the problem.
I think you know one of them really well.
Yeah. Not a pile of depth there anymore, but there's 4 or 5 teams that are very good, and you've got to really earn it to win that provincial championship.
Whoa, it's top 4. A lot of room.
Further to your point about the corners.
Line's fine. Line's good.
Because the ice is moving, is it moving both ways or just one way?
No question, Vic.
So you can bring the corners basically, how far in would you bring them from the sides? Maybe middle of the 8?
Right, I think middle 8's perfect. You have to be careful. If it's a long corner guard, longer than the one we're looking at, then it's difficult to throw the intern draw to the button because there's so much curl. So you extrapolate the path from around that guard to the button. You need those wide enough to give yourself some room just in case. That's why that's in a perfect spot. There's all kinds of room to throw the intern draw to the forefoot if you have to.
Hard! 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 Whoa! 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 Roll that. Roll that straight on. Straight on. Go! 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 Okay. Not bad.
Always looking for the plan B or to get the best out of the shots, get that roll and set up for another double guard.
You see that in club play where you make the peel or don't quite make it the way you want to, and nobody even watches that rock that rolls over like that.
No.
Yeah.
It's all the little things. Both teams kind of playing it today a little bit more careful. They're opening it up when they can, any chance they have. Not a lot of aggressive play.
It feels like a playoff game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, for Gushue it kind of is, you know. Another loss here. It's to rattle off 4 in a row is with this field is a tall order.
Yep, go. Hard, Jeff. Go. Hard. Oh, that's good. Good shot.
Just to keep you up to date, the other scores, Brad Jacobs has stolen one against Steve Laycock, so he's now up 3-0. Thank you for playing along, sir. And Reed Carruthers gets a couple against Pat Simmons. Carruthers, the 2011 Canadian World Champion, with Jeff Stoughton now ahead of Pat Simmons, the reigning Canadian champion.
Shot.
Good. Really good.
Oh boy.
It wasn't a good throw there, Mike. Sorry.
Okay.
I think so.
Did you hear Matt go up to Mike McEwen and say, sorry, that wasn't a good throw? You know, it's always good to go down and at least tell the skip you recognize it wasn't the ice. I didn't really. Sometimes at the other end as a skip, you can't see what happened in the throw, and good for the players.
You can double it.
Yeah, more than likely you're leaving something there, though. More than likely we're going to leave ours up front.
With this?
Well, yeah, but you could also roll it in.
Oh, I know.
I like the draw.
I like this.
Okay. What do you think for speed here?
It's not at its peak, I don't think. Maybe a little slower. I'd say 2 to 4 feet.
Make sure we're T.
So peak's been about 14.5, so they're saying it's not quite there yet, or they don't feel like it is.
I think it'd be pretty close here. There's quite a few outturns coming back on the even end that were brushed.
Back 4 right now. Back 8.
Looks like it's real hard right now.
Okay, I'm thinking as a club curler here.
Easy.
Right? And I see 2 stones over there, albeit the opposition stones, and albeit that they're lined up. But if I'm at the club, I'm thinking if I can get behind it, they have to make a heck of a run back to get to it, or they have to corner it. Why did you play to the open side?
Because you don't play Mike McEwen in the club game.
Okay.
That's right.
Just do this for now.
Or do you?
No. Okay, as simple as that.
Yeah, I think it is, Vic. I think because I agree with that, and it was a questionable situation for Gushue. He could have played to come around, but the 2 yellow are lined up so nicely, and with the talent of these guys.
Whoa. Queen. Yep.
Queen.
That's the beauty of strategy, isn't it? Part of strategy is your skill level, your opponent's skill level, the score, the ice conditions, the rocks. You have to factor it all in, and I think on your club game you were making the right call, Vic.
Well, there's no doubt it is one of the best fields on tour, and you'd have the top 6. John Epping, Pat Simmons at 27th plays a limited schedule. We know that. So there you have it, 1 through 6 as well as 13, 17. And of course Gushue with 6 wins, but it's that burnout factor. Is he now just a little tired, as Mike McEwen was a year ago at this point?
Board.
You know, the other things too is that, and Cheryl, you know as well, these teams, players, wear a lot of sponsorship on their jerseys. You have a lot of responsibility to those sponsors. And if those sponsors want you to come to around the corner Newfoundland or down the way Ontario to play, you're playing.
Right, and you know when that happens is between events, and gone are the days that you just put a crest on your jacket and that's all you have to do for them. You have to go speak at events, you have to do corporate events. So that's another time that they're pulled in between events that they're not practicing and not resting.
So touch more.
You know, it's funny, it was with regards to NASCAR Canada. And I did a speaking engagement in Fredericton, and even the smallest team at a local track, I said, what do you do? He says, well, I go and ask the pizza place for a sponsorship. And they don't. I said, no, but you have to give them something now. They're not just going to give you the money. They want you to bring your car and put it in front of that pizza joint and show off. And then they want some free tickets in return. you're not just going to get the money anymore.
Nope. Those days are long gone. There's a lot of responsibility and contracts that you sign with these sponsors, and you need to follow through on all the agreements you make with them. But you're getting a lot more sponsorship these days, but it does come at a cost.
Well, Russ, it's become a business.
Yeah, exactly. It really has.
Yeah, where was he taking for the guards?
Not the shot Mike wanted there. He just put it up speed a little wee bit, enough it didn't make that move, and now a chance to force. Go around those guards like you suggested.
Positive, but I didn't think it was that much.
It's too much ice.
Yeah. Too much ice.
Didn't move.
I think it's on the minimum side of anything.
It's good based on Jeff's corners. Yeah, I like it. I was thinking edge of buttons. What's that? I think that's good. I was thinking edge of buttons.
I think that's where he was throwing to get there, so I want to take a little bit more. What's the speed? Throw the same?
I think it's going to be the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Big shot here if he could force McEwen to take his single.
Hair light.
Easy, you know, he'd love to blank and take Hammer into 4.
That's what I like. That's right. Leap's good. Yeah. Top 4.
Great angle there. You can see tons of room by the guard. But from here in, hog line in, it'll bust.
Line's great.
Walker and Gallant have picked him up.
Top 4. Just
Jeff,
in front of
Jeff,
T. Just
Jeff.
in front of T.
Go, Jeff. Keep going. Keep
Looking
going.
for that big break
Right
now,
side.
and they will drag it to the tee and fully buried. You're right, it goes both ways, doesn't it?
Yes.
Line's great.
That wasn't anywhere near the guard of the hog line. Look at this.
Just in front of T.
Put the blinker on.
And they still don't flirt with the second stone.
Keep going. Keep going.
Hard,
Right
hard,
to stop. Right to
hard.
stop. Great sweeping, boys.
And it's interesting there, just because I'm sure viewers at home are noticing some, in a lot of cases, only one brusher. In that case, they use both.
Because they're using 2 to get the distance, so they needed it for the weight. Then they came off at the end, used the 1 brusher to get the finish, so to get that curl. And that's been the key, 2 to get the distance and 1 to finish it.
Okay, so let's understand here as we watch Mike McEwen. If we see now 1 brusher, it's because they're looking to get the curl in a certain direction.
Hard, guys.
If they're trying to drag the stone farther, they'll use the deuce.
2.
Nice.
Okay.
And 1 brusher could also be trying to keep it straight as well.
There. The techniques in the game, the changes over the course of a few years is
Fascinating.
The force. McEwen gets his single. We're tied at 1. We're going to Vegas, baby. After the holiday break, we'll be back with Elvis and Maryland and lots of people. The Orleans for this year's World Financial Group Continental Cup. It'll be North America against the rest of the world. We were there 2 years ago and looking forward to a return to Vegas. Right after the holiday, we'll be in Banff for the Pinty's All-Star Skins game and then on to Las Vegas. The Canadian Juniors this year will be in Stratford on Avon. We'll be down there, and Scotty's Tournament of Hearts will be back here in Grand Prairie. Tim Hortons Briar will be in Ottawa. Pat Simmons will be Team Canada. The Women's Worlds will be in Swift Current, and the Men's Worlds, get the chocolate ready. Here we come, Basel. This week we're at Revolution Place in Grand Prairie. Mike McEwen, a mistake. The force gets his single. So here we go to the 4th and a 1-1 tie. You have to almost say it's a must-win for Brad Gushue. Comes in winless in 2. He'll have the last rock. He has the hammer here in the 4th, playing the Redstones.
Right to script, though, Gushue's kept it pretty simple, and it's worked out well for him. He made a really nice comer on there and made Mike pay for the mistake he made by just simply hitting and rolling out. And none of the shots for Brett Gallant have been that hard, and that's the way to get a guy going again.
Build up his confidence.
Yeah, it's like the same.
What are you throwing here, Matt? I didn't see.
This is a replay of the second end. Denny sliding a little deep on that 4-foot stone. And
I wonder if the stones are mismatched.
it's not like him. He's had a great week this week so far.
So if your team had a slow stone or a quick stone, a mismatched stone, who did you give it to?
The second to hit with.
Yeah.
You guys?
Sometimes we played a lot of straight ice, so we just gave it to the lead, and it's usually a curled, but which was maybe I kept it.
Everyone wanted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dropping in on the game between Kevin Cooey and John Epping in a 1-1 tie, and Epping sitting one. That looks like all, right, Kathy?
Yeah, it is just the one. It really was set up to end by another great shot by Mark Kennedy, coming around and freezing onto two Epping stones. On his final stone, John Epping tried to play a double, jammed on one of them and rolled his shooter, although it's shot. It is open for Kevin Cooey.
And again, if you haven't seen them this year, this is their big difference. With Mark Kennedy now managing the house.
Clean.
Brent Lang out in front with Ben Hebert on the brush.
Just clean it. Yep. Awesome, Kev. Nice throw. Great throw.
And there's the deuce.
Sorry. Wait, fine?
Yeah, wait is fine.
Kevin Cooey looks really confident.
Heavy. Just line. That's the room.
Let it work.
I don't think it's that heavy.
It's heavy for Brett on our sheet. Just overthrew a takeout again, and advantage McEwen. They know this spot so well in the second end.
So two sweepers there trying to sweep for distance.
Okay. Beach.
Well, you've got a couple of former junior champions hooking up in this one, but it's Rachel Homan, a little older, a little bit more experience, giving Kelsey Rock a bit of a lesson.
Well, and Kelsey Rock really hasn't had very much to work with. Vic had a long run on her first, missed. Rachel drew around again. It's 3. She's trying to run this stone back and will not get the curl. It's a steal of 3.
As she tries to go to 4-0, and a win would clinch her at least a tiebreaker. As we said, on a wonderful run. Talking with the team prior to the game, second year for that team with the addition of Joanne Courtney at second a year ago. It's interesting to see the number of teams. First year together, learning year. Not only about you all know how to curl, but it's learning about each other. It's learning about the habits of your teammates. They are a much more comfortable team, Homan, this year.
Should be gradual.
Oh, no question about it. And we talked about that this morning. You know, Gushu's having the best year he's ever had. It's his second year together. Cooey, way better this year as their second year as a team. Holman, they're unbelievable. Sweeting, same thing, having a good year. It takes time at this level to get that little wee bit sharper.
And so much more than you ever know, where you're just even understanding when your player struggles, what you need to say to them to get them back in the game. So many details.
Good weight.
And we will get a look at Kelsey Rock tonight as she plays Jennifer Jones. That will be our feature. Jones coming off her first win earlier today. We'll have it for you 8:30 Eastern time. Make a note, TSN 1 and 3.
Other than just heels. I think that's perfect ice. That looks close to me. Maybe hacker board.
Board?
Yeah.
You know, you sometimes...
It's a little more than what I threw a couple in.
You know, for somebody like Joanne Courtney, who the year before is with Val Sweeting, as she said, I get this call from our Canadian champion. How can I turn this down? So,
big.
that being said, she goes.
Air big.
But now she has to fit in.
Whoa,
You've been scouted. You've been asked to play because of your skill level, but now you have to fit in, and that sometimes is maybe the more difficult.
Well, and to an existing unit who they all know each other so well, and you have to find out the things about a team and they about you. Rachel had to figure out, you know, what can I do for Joanne when she misses a shot? Does she want a whole analysis, or does she just want me to tell her one simple specific task? So lots of figuring, and it does take a year. Great point with the 2 years. That's when you see the success of those teams.
Get easy.
BJ Neufeld as we play third stones here in the fourth. Gushue with last rock playing the red stones.
Never. Nah. Okay, good throw.
right on the beak.
Okay.
Jacobs and Laycock blank the third, so Jacobs continues to lead there. Also a blank Carruthers and Simmons, and Carruthers continues to sit up a couple.
Pretty good. I split the tee last time, right? Maybe a foot less. Maybe a foot less, maybe a little straighter, but that's it.
Well, setting up here, Russ, for a couple possibly.
Oh, no question.
A little heavy right now. Back 8. You think?
It's kind of all these corners are really to Gushu's advantage. They're also staggered. If Mark could sink this, he's got to really get close to the yellow one. But if he could sink it, there's no chance you can hit it out.
Go ahead, Jeff. Yep, go, Jeff. Keep it above. Keep it above. Whoa. Okay, Mark. Good shot.
He does sink it, but sinks it back at the tee line.
Yeah, we've talked about that so many times. It's a brilliant shot if it's 2 feet lighter. But you're caught, because if it's 2 feet lighter, it doesn't curl as much, and then it's half open, and McHugh can get it.
First one right over so you get shot doing that.
I know what you're trying. I just thought it was going to roll further. That's all.
Okay.
It is buried, though.
Really goes in there at the end.
Yeah. Especially if you can sweep it.
Looked like it slid pretty good.
Yeah.
You want tee line or right down to it?
Tee line. On the tee.
So, Cheryl, let's watch this stone as they're playing the draw of first skip stone, Mike McEwen, and we'll watch the brushing technique. So they are playing that out turn. So you would expect the majority of the work now to be the brush with Matt Wozniak, correct?
Well, both. They're saying line's good, so they're both on it because they don't want it to straighten and they don't want it to curl.
Close.
So now you wait for the call. Line's good, so both are on it.
Yep. Just line. Whoa.
Very nice.
Attaboy.
Denny went on it just at the end to hold it straight to get by that top yellow, and that's the difference. If they wanted it to curl, they would have had Matt Wozniak on it to kind of, with his high pressure, with his downward pressure, to be able to get it to curl.
This corner freeze it. Yeah. Gotta almost be a piece buried underneath the top one too, so it's gonna be pretty precise.
Third sort of thing.
Yeah, because if we just make sure we get shot, he just bangs it on the nose and lies 4 on us, right?
Angles are so perfect here. Brad's basically said it all. If he gets to the edge of that one, McHugh can jam it, but because of the perfect angle, the one that was just thrown will stay there. So Brad's got to hide an inch here, which is hard to do and still be shot rock.
Little light.
Top 4. Line's good. Yep. Whoa. Line's good.
Top 4. Gotta go.
Yep.
Gotta go for weight a little.
Walker.
Weight's good.
Gallant.
Whoa. Yep.
Right to it now.
Not quite to it.
Yep.
To it.
And right to it. And right to it for shot rock for the moment.
Beautiful.
I wish I could do that.
It's an inch buried.
I think it's as good as you can do.
Teams are so precise with the judgment now. That's what impresses me. We used to see guys, you're trying to touch the forefoot and they'd sweep it deep or don't sweep it soon enough. And now we're talking inches. Obviously good rocks, obviously great ice, but it's still a real talent to be able to judge that.
Make a perfect draw. Just bite the 4. I'll count this. Right?
Yeah.
I think so.
When you think with that judging too, they're doing it on different ice surfaces weekend after weekend. It's not like you get used to certain ice surface.
I think I like the draw.
Yeah, me too.
So try and putting it right here.
Right there.
You could probably almost get. You can get shot rock if you want, Mike.
Okay, so we gotta be.
That's what I want. I want to be shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be shot.
Yeah.
So he has to hit and roll off of it.
Well, if you're shot rock right here, he's not gonna have a hit and roll.
Right? Right there?
Okay.
Gushu's shot is so good that Mike's decided to try to do that,
half in the 4.
which is just as hard on the telestrator as it is for him. Is he can somehow be shot rock,
You can place it just
and when
right.
Brad comes down, he has to move that to get 2, and then he's not going to be able to roll in for 2 either way because of this yellow one at the back here. So if he can get it absolutely half in the 4-foot, if he's an inch light, it's a free draw for 2. If he's 2 or 3 inches heavy, it's a wide open hit for 2. This has to be spot on.
Mine's good. Oh, feels there. What do you think? Half in the 4-foot.
Fairly quick spot here.
That's the curl.
Wozniak, Denny Neufeld.
Matt, go tight. Just half in the 4. Whoa, sit.
And it's just going to go that much too deep.
There you go.
Can he hit it on the nose and be second?
Yes. Yes, just. We talked about that spot in the second end. They threw a lot of draws, a lot of brushing there, and it's probably the quickest spot that I've seen. And they just misjudged it by a hair.
Yeah, right on the nose is fine. Thinking just like easy board, solid hack.
And you see the plan of Mr. Gushue. He's keeping it simple. He's made a couple of great shots, a beautiful come around to force McEwen into a single, and then a beautiful one here to score his 2.
Hack, heavy hack.
Final stone, looking for a couple.
Yep, clean. Whoa, easy. Whoa.
Brad Gushue.
Whoa. Solid hack. Got it curled. Hack weight. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Right up to the beak. And that will do. That will get him his deuce. Brad Gushue, the 12-time Newfoundland Labrador champion, will take the lead through 4 against Mike McEwen. Before we go to break, you see John Morris has the brush down. The third for Pat Simmons, down by a couple as they play in the 4th, Kathy.
Well, he's playing a soft weight tap to get the deuce. He made a fantastic shot on his first, almost frozen stones, came down with soft weight, got enough of it to roll his stone behind the guard and remove the Carruthers stone. And this is just a tap. It's a light one because it's at the back of the house. They don't want to roll out.
And they'll roll it to the back edge.
Hey,
and hang on for a couple to tie it at 2. It's draw 5 on day 2 of the Canada Cup. Well, if I remember, if I listened to you, Russ, you said the keys were keep it simple to bring Brett Gallant back into the game and make your mark with Mark Nichols. Are they paying off for Brad Gushue?
Oh, no question about it. Brett's still struggling a little bit. His numbers are down, but Mark Nichols, 91. That sets it up for the skipper, who in this shot here proves how good he has been all day, all week, all year. 97% Brad Gushue locks it on the corner, sets up the deuce.
To take the lead through 4, the key shot is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
It's good.
Day 2, Home Hardware Canada Cup from Grand Prairie and Revolution Place. So we go to 5. Mike McEwen will have the last rock. He has the hammer, playing the yellow stones, and now trailing by 2, 3-1.
Mike's got to get something going here. They've been slightly out-curled here. They don't want to drop to 2 and 2 either. It's that's not much better than if Brad wins at 1 and 2. You know, you get into a 3 losses, what you can't have. 2 this early is a lot.
Hard Matt. Yeah, go. Go. Jeez. Oh boy. Okay.
Good weight.
Great weight.
Hack.
Get in.
Hack weight.
Brett's overthrown a couple of the errors I've seen in the 3 games they played, just a little bit heavy. So here's a same thing here. He cannot overthrow this one. Give it to the brushers.
Hack. Good weight. Close. Yep. Whoa.
You're saying it's not heavy, so this should curl right in there. Roll perfect.
Mark. Wait. Mark. Whoa. Whoa. Good shot.
Great shot.
Here, Vic.
I didn't know if the first one was a hard or a mark.
Oh, okay.
Let's go, Matty.
Matty right on the nose.
And for Brett Gallant, as mentioned, focus on him. Struggled a little yesterday, still at 75% now. And anything positive.
Really got to go.
He's one of those guys, though. He won't bother him. It will not bother him, Brett. He's so calm. He's very relaxed. He knows he's going to have good games, he's going to have bad games, and he won't let it. He'll just keep doing what he's doing until he gets it right, just like he did there.
And we know, we've seen him. They all work hard, but to give you an example, last year, after the Canada Cup in Camrose, where did I bump into him? At the airport. He was going to the training center in Edmonton to work.
Wow.
Before going home.
The broom lane short. Mine's okay.
I mean, all these players work so hard. And I think Brad himself and Brad's talked about it, how much they've worked on his delivery and his release and his technical this year.
Broom length. Broom length.
And I think, as you said, Russ, it's not so much his technical that he's struggling with, just a little bit of weight. Is guessing on you sliding a little deep or maybe overthrowing the odd shot.
Slid really good. This would be a way better sliding surface than what they played on last week. And, you know, it's so easy to get to that hog line in a hurry. He's a big, strong guy.
Go. Yep.
Brad Wozniak.
No.
Run it back.
No.
Good shot. Caught the corner. Opens up the center line.
And saves that corner guard, which is, he's got 2 ways to get in there now.
What do we do?
And there's a shrug of the shoulder. So what do you do?
Yeah. Right on the button or behind it? Yeah.
You peel the right-hand corner, you peel the left-hand double even, there's still the other corner, so it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, so you might as well ignore them.
Still heavy, hey, down this spot.
Yeah, this is a good spot.
Play it deep so there's no hit and roll off of it. And
All right, I'm going to think this through. So, all right, you go up, you get rid of the single corner.
Right.
So they decide, okay, Gushue now, or rather McEwen, I'm going to go behind my 2.
Put it on the T-line, guys.
You then have a chance, if they make the perfect come around, you can corner freeze, maybe try to cut them down that way. If they go too deep, though, you can follow them down, maybe take the end away. What is this doing right at this moment?
Well, you're right. If McEwen throws up an error, he comes deep, and Brad locks one in there, it will force McEwen, which is exactly what Gushue's looking for. So you're absolutely correct. But if McEwen comes around in front of the T line, then Gushue's next shot's very difficult. There's a really good chance the next shot thrown by Gushue won't be a hard shot because of this strategy. If you start playing around that corner guard, they get increasingly more difficult.
Okay.
Light right now,
But to your point, Vic, there's a lot of teams that would have gone around the corner and tried to get there first and choke this draw off.
Line's good.
Top 8 height.
Yep.
Wide only.
Almost
T. Almost. It's T.
T?
Yep.
Okay.
Matt, get ready, maybe.
Coming down. It's coming down, Matty.
Is it buried?
It's either that or space.
No. Is it buried?
Oh, yeah, it's well buried.
Okay.
Here, or do you want less?
No, I don't think you want less.
Good.
Yeah, I think seems good.
Where is that one?
They're right on the tee.
Brad tried to force the play out in the open. It didn't. McEwen didn't bite. So here's exactly what Vic was talking about. If Mark, it's a tough one, but if he can lock it on there, it takes it away. These aren't easy.
Gee, just day 2, and I'm having a really good day.
Wait only, guys. Line's good. Rib.
Easy. Bro. T. Well then. T's too much.
Back 4, T.
Whoa! Wait's close.
Top 4.
Line's good. T. Just bumping it in here.
Little bit.
Just bumping it in here.
Nice line here.
Don't want to go there. Whoa! Jeff, only Jeff.
Still to it, but
only
not
Jeff,
bumping
only
much.
Jeff. Go. It's good, good. Oh boy. Good shot.
Wow. On the corner.
Beautiful.
Back-to-back blanks in 3 and 4, and Brad Jacobs continues to lead. Steve Laycock. John Epping got a deuce in the 4th, so they're tied now with Kevin Cooey. Pat Simmons with 2 and 4 to tie. And Rachel Holman, they blanked the 4th. That's
Mine's okay.
Kelsey Rock
Mine's
said,
good.
I got to slow down the pace of this. It's still 6-0
Hard,
for
hard line.
Holman as they play in 5.
Hard lines. Hard. Hard. Really gotta go. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Ah,
Okay.
Just over curled on them. The weight was good.
Sweep.
Well, he makes a double.
He's been on the wrong side
And then
of
he's
the
got
inch
3 in
this
there.
game.
Yeah, he's
McEwen.
always got this. Yeah. To miss every, like that's.
I don't know if it's going to miss. It'll clip it.
Okay. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of coming in the rings,
Yeah,
but
okay, I agree. But I don't want it too high because he still has the freeze tap there pretty easy.
like just out. If
Yeah.
you nibble, it's fine.
Like just out, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're nibbling, it's going to be hard for him to make the double and roll in.
Yeah. Yeah. But just worried about, going here, he makes the double, and then he's got 3 to our 1, right? So just.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Well thought out. Don't want to bring this in too deep. Then if McEwen makes the double, he's got another one in the rings. And then you heard Mark refer to 3 against 1. Be 3 yellow McEwen rocks against the 1 Gushue.
Outside edge of the 8.
But you also can't be long with this either, with this beautiful finish. So probably a foot short of the rings would be ideal.
Well, and the issue is more the positioning of that shot stone. Is it's just a little bit behind the tee line, and so you want to bring your guard as tight as you can to prevent that come around.
And as we saw in the last step, McEwen's last rock slides just that little bit deep.
Easy.
Gives Gushue the chance for 2. So, I mean, that's how precise.
Weight's good.
At this level.
Go, come on, go. Weight's good.
Go hard. Hard, Jeff. Keep going. Hard. Hard, Jeff. Hard. Keep going. Hard.
Didn't quite finish enough for them. Not enough legs. Another 6 inches of curl, and it'd cover that perfectly.
What's that?
I must have put it down or something.
Weight's good.
Jeff's in.
You talk about teams that are fit. They're the Ben Heberts in the world. These guys are in shape.
And you see Jeff, they asked for Jeff to be in, and that was to get that finish at the end. So the inside sweeper.
4, yeah.
Then his drawing turn is really low, so we left him right turn anyway. So.
Oh, didn't he? You got that straight one, so I can't.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go off
completely
mine
go
there,
that.
Mike.
I think that's close.
I think so.
Russ, pick up on what Brad just said about we left them the right turn. What's he talking about?
Well, I think what he's saying is it's slightly open on the turn that Mike can get at it and stay for shot rock. If Mike was playing the other turn here, it'd be more difficult to become shot rock. So
Back 4.
I think he was saying it's not a good thing. It's a good thing for Mike, not for himself.
We're there.
This is a much easier way. When he makes contact here, yellow will be shot. Pretend you're playing the other turn, it'd be a little more difficult.
Shot, Mike.
Shot.
Very, very nice. That's so good. The freeze would have been a great shot. This is even better because he's made a little bit more space for his next one.
He's got that for 3 or 4.
Where does he go? He's got to try to side of the button.
Could play a. What if we played a quiet pick? Forward weight on the nose.
Same thing.
What do you mean?
Like you could. I know what you're saying. I
Could
don't
you
mind
just
it.
freeze to this
I'm
top
thinking we play
yellow
enough
one?
weight that we
Yeah, you definitely could.
Cut down the scoring.
Somewhere, right?
Yeah, does leaving a red right here and no guard, does that...
That's... He's got to touch the 3, doesn't he? Oh.
What do you guys like? Run back? Draw here?
Yeah. The pick's not there, really.
Oh, there. He's got the out turn.
Yeah.
I was thinking board right on the nose, or like solid hack right on the nose.
Solid hacker board. I'm okay with both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, Mark.
Okay.
That was my first thought. The spot was tracking there pretty
Yeah.
good.
Hack?
Yeah, solid
Like
hack.
good hack?
Solid hack, yeah.
You want to try to get rid of this, right?
Yeah, right on the nose.
Okay.
Yeah. Just pick it off and leave that one back 4, ideally.
Brett, you follow through?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he isn't going to throw some speed at this. If he does jam it on the back red, he wants to have some action to get that yellow out of there. But the teams are so much better at brushing now and getting a little bit more left and right action. This is smarter to make contact.
You like it?
Soften the weight, use your brushers.
And I think the issue
Same
with the
weight I threw
freeze
you
that they
last
looked at is it still leaves them a draw.
Yeah, solid hack. Yeah.
Probably with the out and the in.
Final stone for
Good
Brad
hack.
Gushue. Here in 5.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Whoa. 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 That's good. Oh, God.
Jammed it.
Shoot.
Hit it.
Quick look at Rachel Homan, Kelsey Rock. I mentioned they tried to dial it back after giving up 6 points, and now Rock with her last in 5.
Well, she's facing 3. She made a good one on her first, buried around that center stone, but Rachel just ran one of her own stones back to pick it out. And so this is essentially a repeat. Needs 8 foot for the single.
Great sweep, you guys. Very nice. One.
And one it is. So as they go to the break, Kelsey Rock and her team from the Saville Community Sports Center are on the board, down 6-1 to Rachel Homan.
I do. Okay.
As long as you can see enough.
You gotta get pretty tight.
I can see what I need.
2/3.
Is this possible? If Mike can hit as much as he can possibly see, and he's going to have to get by the guard really, really tight.
I got enough.
This is gone, obviously, for sure, but
Make contact, I think it's for 3.
got to hit it thick. He'll get that out of there. I
can see what I need to.
don't think Mike can
As long as you
save
can see
that
enough.
rock, but if he can move the red just a little bit, he'll end up with, and save the shooter, he can end up with 3 here.
You can see enough of it.
Yeah, I don't think Brad saw that outcome happening, Gushue.
Quite a bit more than you need to hit.
This is what we call the spin turn, where Mike's rocked, and when he's throwing, will have tons of action. The problem is it'll come out what we call lower. You'll get a bit of a lower angle. So he's going to have to really graze his guard.
All right, here we go, Mikey.
And if they settle, he'll pick up 4.
Extremely precise with peel weight.
Final stone in 5.
Hard.
BJ Neufeld calling line. Wozniak. Denny Neufeld backing off, all on its own. Got one come across, touch it. Now does it settle? No. But he'll get his 3.
Brilliant.
Good job, Mike.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Magic Mike is back at it. Mike McEwen picks up 3. This stone bit halfway down was all on its own as Wozniak and Neufeld back away. 1 over, touch it back, can't hold it. Good enough for 3.
That's it. That's it.
The 2015 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
The three jumps off the board for Mike McEwen in the fifth to take a 4-3 lead at the break. And Mike is with Brian Wood.
Mike, in these events, in these games, sometimes you got to come up with a big-time shot. Take us through that one to get your three.
Well, Matty said to me, he's like, I hope you've been doing your squats. And I got to admit, my gym sessions, since the little ones come along, have slacked a little bit. But I had enough, I just had enough of that rock to give it a good go. And, yeah, well, that was a turnaround. So, yeah, that feels pretty good going into the half.
It seems every game, such a tough team, time and time again. Is that just part of the reason what makes being a defending champ and trying to win again so tough here?
Yeah, like I know Brad had a tough day yesterday, but against this field, anybody can go 0-2 on any given day. So, I'm not surprised they're playing really well, and there's no soft spots in the draw. So we have to, keep at it every game.
When you looked at your schedule coming in, I know you wanted to kind of retool things. How much energy, focus did you guys have coming into this event?
You know what? We had a little bit tumultuous last couple of events, maybe not up to our expectations. So, yeah, we have been retooling a little bit, and it's starting to come together. Slow but sure. We're still feeling it out, and hopefully if we can make the weekend, we'll be back to feeling like our normal selves.
And a new dad keeping you busy as well. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's right. As we check the numbers after 5, Mike and wife Dawn, Vienna was born just 3 months ago. It has been a very well-played game right across the board. All the players on both sides are in the 80s or 90%. Only 1 point separates them. Mike McEwen is your leader, 4-3 at the break. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for over 20 years.
The 2015 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Sponge Towels Paper Towels, nothing absorbs like it. And by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
And on this Thursday afternoon, we welcome you back to Revolution Place and our continuing coverage of the Home Hardware Canada Cup. Great shot by Mike McEwen to get 3, to cap it and close it off in the 5th, to take a 4-3 lead over Brad Gushue. And here in 6, it will be the team from the Valley Haley Country Club, Brad Gushue in St. John's, Newfoundland. It does have last draw. Gushue will have the hammer playing the Redstones.
He had his pocket picked that last end. What a brilliant shot for 3. Almost 4.
That's the right shots at the right time. The game has been an advantage Gushue, but making that great shot by Mike, it just turns the control over in the game.
Brad made a nice tap, Vic, but he probably could have played it with more weight and maybe snuck it right out of there, but it was a good attempt. And against a great team like this, you just give them one opportunity and they roll right over you.
Would you have risked playing it with a little less weight if you're McEwen and trying to hold your shooter or not?
No, because he had to hit it pretty flat and kick it right across, and the speed was key just to get the 3.
Matt Wozniak, a new father too. He and
just normal.
Wife Tara. Whoa. Daughter Ivy, 6 months old. It is amazing when you see it. How many of the teams, women, men, they plan the children around the season.
You have to. When you talked about the pressures of the sponsors and all the obligations you have between events, but that's the other thing you have is obligations to your family and new babies and
jobs.
Coming down a little. Stay with it. Coming down. Getting real tight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Over curling.
Brett's starting to look so comfortable here. He made that fabulous soft weight hit and roll last end to set up the start of a good end until Mike took it away, and there's another good one.
Well, get ready for an epic new series. Entertainment Weekly calls it Game of Thrones in Space. The Expanse. Two-night series premiere event, December 14th and 15th, only on Space. You think of this Peace Region, you think of the oil, you think of the gas, but it really is all the farming that goes on here. It's this city really hasn't been hurt as much by the drop in oil prices because of the fact that they have farming, lumber, some mining, the oil, and the gas going on.
Wait, Mark. Easy, Mark.
And in fact, this Peace Region produces more grain than the entire province of Manitoba.
Really?
Got it, curl, guys.
It's light.
Go to get it in.
Go. I'll tell you that for sure. Whoa. Don't straggle. Touch it. Jeez.
Again, you can hear the frustration in the voice of Brad Gushue as the stone from Brett Gallant comes up light, staggers a couple of guards now.
Well, and Brett, it's just been weight for him. In defense of him, he came in at about 77%. He's moved his numbers up a bit to 80, but it's just the weight shots. You just can't seem to find the feel.
Yeah, and you can't cover for him on that one. When you made it perfect the first time and throwing the same shot twice, he'd love that one back.
Line's good. Line's good. Top four. Line's
Nice tight center guard to use here for the McEwen team.
Go, Denny. Go. Good sweep, guys. Sweep, Denny.
Maybe more importantly, it's their color.
Maybe the shooter.
Mark Nichols.
Whoa. Yep. Other way, hard.
Oh, he jammed it.
Okay.
Leaves the shooter out in front, spills the jammed stone into the open, just sitting top edge of the floor.
Not all bad, because we talked about it being a yellow under a yellow. The next time around, it'll be Gushue's rock that's going in there, so it's not all bad.
Tight guard.
Just put it here.
Right beside the red. You guys like that?
Yeah, I do.
Ever thought you could make the red go away and roll for a guard? That would be the best of all the options, but that's such a tough shot. So I'm just going to guard it up here. There's a good chance Gushue will run this one in also.
Line's good.
Quick.
You can go a bit on that, Matty.
Let it work a bit.
You can go to get it tight.
Hard,
You gotta
Matt.
go to get it tight, Matt.
That's got to be tight.
Hard, Matt. Hard. Just go.
Go. It's got a chance.
Go.
Good sweep, guys.
Trying to get it tight so that if this run in is made by Gushue, they can make the same run with their own stone.
Gonna be a watcher.
Yeah, whichever one you like. Kind of like that. I like here, though.
Okay.
Bringing the weight down a little bit. Smart
About 2/3.
veteran call here by Brad Gushue. You want to hang around here. The harder you throw it, the less chance you have of hanging around. So use your brushers.
Yep.
Big shot here. Nicely done.
Gets the McEwen stone out and touching the bumper.
Sweeping. I just want to go to here. Over curl, right? Yeah, I'd be over curling and you freeze me.
I mean, you might go here.
The only other option is to go right here.
No. So then he's going
But then
here.
he's going to just lose it in here. Right
You want to just
bite the forefoot.
Just miss the red and come right there.
Yeah.
You had that guard. You're right there. Okay. Geez, that's not far off from being the ice.
What's that?
That's probably not far off from being the ice I need. Right there. What do you think?
Obviously, negotiating the port's going to be the tricky part. It's not a big opening to get through there, but Mike's got to keep this pretty high, I think, Cheryl. If he gets this close to the tee line, Brad will be able to be freeze on it for shot rock. Maybe top 4, top 8.
Yeah, not over curl too much. They're going to have to hair that right-hand guard that you see there so that it doesn't over curl too much and they loop around it.
I don't know.
Tricky spot.
This is draw the button.
Looks like a lot of ice to get by the red guard.
Draw the button is now edge of 8.
Right? Yeah. Remember?
Well, where'd you take when you drew in the fourth end?
Edge of 8.
Okay, this is good.
Optically, Mike's sitting in the hack staring at that red guard, and you can't. He just has to know exactly what it's going to do. He can visualize how much it'll curl.
But it has gotten straighter because they were at the edge of the 8 for the button, so they tightened it up by about a foot.
Yes. You've got to believe what you see for sure. Most ice surfaces straighten out as the pebble wears.
Wide only.
Room, you got room.
Kunin his first as we play here in 6. Got to come through the hole. Get through the hole.
Top 8, nibble 4. Nibble 4.
Yep. And a few late strokes and just shy of biting the 4. Interesting as we take a look at scores now. That's 3 blank ends. 3-4-5. Jacobs continues to lead as Cooey got 1 in 5 to take a lead in 6 now, up 4-3 on John Epping. For others in Simmons, a blank in 5.
Yeah. Okay. Normal weight.
Okay.
Solid normal. Half rock.
You get the sense as you look across the games that those teams that are sitting like a Lakecock at 1 and 2 and Epping at 1 and 1, or even a Simmons at 1 and 2, Carruthers at 1 and 2. You don't want to lose that third.
Not at all.
And the game is the play has become more cautious.
Yeah, you're right. There's less rocks in play on right across the board here, and that intensity's there already. You take a Brier at 11 events or a Scott Terma Hart's 11 games in a round robin. You can drop a couple and kind of sneak your way back in there. This is pretty intense. It's short. I thought Brad would play the come around here. He's going to try to stick this.
So it's draw 5, second day. Here are the standings coming into this afternoon's draw in Grand Prairie. Kevin Cooey, top of the table. Brad Gushue at the bottom on the ice in our feature game at winless in 2. Rachel Homan trying to win her 4th, while Tracy Fleury out of Sudbury is winless. As we mentioned, it is a short round robin. Rachel Homan with a win could clinch a tiebreaker. The big prize, of course, there's 2 of them. Winner goes on to join Team North America at the Continental Cup in Las Vegas. And I don't want to suggest more importantly, but to those players, it probably is you get a spot in the Canadian Curling Trials, which will be on 2 weeks or 2 years from this week in Ottawa to represent Canada in Korea.
Tee out of my hand.
Mine's good, guys.
Let's go, Max.
Room right now.
Press switch.
Well, in order for Mike to bury this for the 4s, he'll still have to leave Gushue pretty much button for an open draw for his 1.
Just Matt, I
think that would have been Gushue's plan going into this end, is make sure he scored.
Far as it goes. Go. Go, 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 go. Keep it going, keep it going.
Keep going.
Okay. Good shot.
Ran a little different.
Ran different?
Yeah.
I didn't taking a look at the blank option here.
That's scary.
It's almost perfect. That other one cut quite a bit more.
Mind going for
it? Can you see a quarter of it?
I think it's solid board.
Yeah, small quarter.
I think it's just as easy as to draw the button, isn't it?
I think we know this path well.
I think this is just as easy as to draw the button, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
There's the reasoning right there.
That height and just like it.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously drawing the button, that's a pretty small chunk of real estate. So.
Well, you couldn't put, with Mike McEwen, put a spot in it, a rock in a better spot.
No. Brilliant.
Show him a little piece, but be top button, and the draw is really tough, so you've got to go after the blank.
Mind a fraction less, Mark. Yeah.
How close does he have to get to that center line guard?
Very.
Final stone. Right now it's McEwen sitting the 1.
A little heavy.
Yep.
Gushue final stone looking for the blank.
Good lead.
Walker, Gallant, nothing, just a dust.
You got that
Riding that
It's
line.
good.
And a wonderful shot to get the blank. Brad Gushue will take that last rock to 7, trailing by 1.
Mind a fraction less,
Well,
Mark.
it turns out to be a wonderful shot. Better than the run back, I guess. Easier than the run back. He had just enough, did he?
Yes, he did. And Brad's out turns really impressed me. He used to pop it out a little wee bit. That was so clean. They knew exactly what it was going to do. And it stopped McEwen from forcing that single. That's a big turnaround.
So it stops him from stealing, which is, when you look at his percentages, Brad Gushue is #1. Explain those numbers on the top line.
Well, the strongest correlation of winning is the points you allow your opposition to score. So coming into this, these are the numbers. Brad only allows his opposition to score 8% of the time, which really you see why he just made that beautiful shot to prevent another steal.
So leads in all the categories. Points allowed per game, forcing the opposition when they have the hammer to get 1, and then of course the steals. So but again, it just shows you this week and on the ice at this event right now, they're struggling as a team.
Yeah, they are. They are. But looking at this game, it's where I have to pick on Brad. He's just not quite getting the speed control down there. And the other 3 are playing quite well. You know, Mark was at around 90. Brad was at 97 after 4 or 5 ends. So they're close. You know, you can't count these guys out at all.
Where are we going with this?
Right on the tee.
Okay.
He's on schedule to give up 5 points again, which is pretty impressive. You give up 5 in a 10-end game, even you're going to win. But that 3 certainly stands out with that hero shot McEwen made.
Oh, Mark. Oh, Mark. Oh, Mark. It's there, I think.
We have to remember too, those numbers come from tour play. 8-end games,
right?
Correct.
Right.
All through the year, that was all the events leading up to this event. I think you look at Gushue's numbers as well as the amount he allows the opposition to score, but he's also the #1 team in scoring. He's almost 9 points a game he scores. So to be able to limit him in scoring like McEwen's doing and continue to score yourself, it's a big advantage.
Clean. Off. Whoa.
Mike decided to throw the first one in the rings here. Brad said, that's fine. We'll just blank it out here, have hammer in 8 and 10.
Hello, Kathy.
Hello, Victor.
How you been?
Very well.
Haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, that's because you shut the microphone off and you won't let me in.
Let's update Reed Carruthers, Pat Simmons, as they play in 6 of a 2-2 tie.
Pat Simmons made a really nice shot on this final one. Came down and froze to the inside of Reed's stone, so is lying 2. All that Reed has is that wide out turn to get to the H&H.
And you can see now Carruthers at 1 and 2, Simmons at 1 and 1.
Easy.
They had that blank in 5. And
T and you're good.
T and you're good. T and you're great. Wonderful. Reed Carruthers.
I know.
Reigning Manitoba champion.
Yeah,
picks up the single 3-2.
Boy, that was a tough shot. Beautiful.
Clean. Whoa. Matt, just clean. Good.
Gushue very happy to blank this end.
Mm-hmm.
Normal?
Yeah.
Normal ice.
Rachel Homan can pick up a spot in a tiebreaker if she wins her 4th straight as she plays Kelsey Rock in the 6th.
And it really has been a tough go. It's not even that Kelsey Rock and her team are not playing well. It's how well, in fact, Rachel Homan and her team are playing. Kelsey's final stone was a freeze that just over curled. It is second shot. And that is why this is a draw for 2, needs full 8.
And further to what we were talking about earlier, I hope you were listening, is their second year together, and they are that much better team, Holman.
By far and away.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
To take an 8-1 lead.
Ah, it's clean.
Watch Mark Nichols' delivery here. He's got a very, very low wrist on his grip, and that gets his shoulders down a little lower. Very flexible, obviously.
Same little more, maybe. Yep. Easy.
Allows him to extend a little bit when he releases the rock, and it comes out like a dart, nice and straight.
Good.
Years ago, everybody wanted to have a high wrist. Look how low his wrist is. His palm of his hand is touching the top of the handle. Nice and low, square. That's kind of a natural grip, the way you'd grab a hammer, grab a golf club. Just let it go, a little bit of rotation as you extend, and so easy to read.
Felt like it was sliding tight on you and backed it up.
Yeah, it was a little more in out than a normal out turn.
Sure. He's one of the lowest for a flat foot delivery, like you said, very flexible.
At such an advanced age, it's amazing.
Whoa, whoa.
He's a baby.
Whoa. Yep. Just try and just bite.
Or they just do. Well, after those 3 straight blanks, 3, 4, and 5, Brad Jacobs steals 2. And John Epping has come back with a couple. And takes the lead by 1 over Kevin Cooey as they play in 7.
Even if we roll in, it's going to roll in the same place he's going to draw it anyway, so.
I think Brad will decide to peel this, because if he for some reason tries to roll in, hits it dead on, he could be forced to a single with a come around by the McEwen team. So just make it go away here. All scoreboard management here. This is going to come right down to the last brick.
Throw.
Thanks.
You know, with all the events, that's what's even more amazing about their numbers this year with Gushue, with all the events they've played to stay at the top of the points scored. And, you know, usually you play that many events, it's gonna bring your numbers down. But they've just been on top of every event.
Kind of there, but
When you're winning like that, you play more games in each event, too. You look down most of the teams. I worked it out. The average team in this event curled 41 games. He's played 69. That's a lot of curling.
And then to keep your numbers up for 69 games. And that's when we talked about it, different ice surfaces, different clubs.
Okay. Oh, shot.
No. I didn't see much with the intern, but I gotta assume it's going to curl a little bit.
Yeah, Matt threw one here. Matt hit one out here on the nose.
I ran straight. I still think with that ice we're okay.
Okay.
Shot.
A lot deeper than Mike wanted it. Obviously, Brad doesn't have to roll very far to blank this in, but still has to be made.
Maybe just a hair more.
You're never out of the game, are you? You're not only concentrating on your team's shots, but there's Mark Nichols saying, well, Matt Wozniak, the McEwen second, he threw out here. I remember that.
Incredible. Really helps.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep. Hard. Please.
Good.
Jeff Walker runs it in for the blank here in 7. So once again, Brad Gushue will take that last rock. He'll take the hammer to 8, down by 1.
Guys, this rock's not flashing all weird colors.
Yeah, more than likely you're leaving something there, though. More than likely we're going to leave ours up front.
So that or whip it to try and just hit a 16.
I think I like the draw. So try and putting it right here.
Like he's always got this
to miss like that's.
I don't know if it's going to miss. It'll clip it.
I'm not a fan of coming in the range, but
okay, I agree. But I don't want it too high because he still has the freeze cap there pretty easy.
Like just out. If you nibble, it's fine.
And that little exchange between Mark Nichols and Brad Gushue, the return of Nichols to this team, that I think, well, Brad would tell you right now if he was here, has probably meant the most to him than a lot of things in many years. He needed to have Mark come back from Manitoba. He did.
I like what you said, Deke. It's his safety blanket. Yeah. You know, it really is. And not only is Mark an incredible curler, a great guy, and we touched on it yesterday about how he helps the rest of the team with his attitude. Strong brusher, good judgment, but they do work together. It really is peanut butter and jam.
I don't want to go around, so it's just we're just
back 8, back 12.
I don't have a choice.
He mentioned nibbling there earlier in the clip. I got hungry. And
got you thinking about peanut butter and jam. No, I'm hungry. Thanks.
Solid, Hack.
I think that's what teams always, you know, they try to find that kind of a player too. They're not easy to find. There's not that many of them around, like a Mark Nichols that brings that to a team.
Whoa.
Matt Wozniak.
Hard. Yep. Hard.
Gotta go to get by their own shot rock here.
Right up. Good. Very good.
Well done, PJ Neufeld.
All by himself.
Beautiful footwork. I watched him. He went by the guard. He just never took the pressure off the brush.
Trying to leave a corner.
Well balanced.
Yeah. What's that?
I'm trying to leave a corner.
Yeah, well, you're probably just going to roll to there, which is fine. You get rid of that.
Okay. Go high.
Yeah.
Curling 101. Open up the front with hammer here. Try to have a low risk score. You've got the corner guard to get that to.
Whoa.
No. Close. No.
No.
Close.
Yep. Thought we'd get at least the back one.
Rachel Homan, 8-1 as she plays Kelsey Rock.
And it's been one of those ends that there's been yellow rocks in play for the very first time. And a little bit of a break even on Rachel Homan's first stone, grazed a guard. And left that stone there. So this is a draw for 2.
We mentioned Kelsey moving up from junior play to women's play first year. The name Rock, yeah, that Rock from Edmonton. She is, of course, the third cousin to Marcel Rock, who is happens to be here and coaching Rachel Homan.
Hard. No.
Marcel, of course, the 4-time Brier, 3-time world champion with Randy Ferbey.
I had to go to school with my original call there.
Well, that game probably doesn't show it, but she's had a great transition to women's play.
So that's really nice. Thanks, Cuz.
Touch the back. It's real close.
Coming here. And last time we saw Marcel was, I guess, a couple of years back. He was coaching the Chinese men's team. We saw him in Beijing. And again, one of those who's said to me before the game, don't want to play anymore. Probably could, but he's teaching culinary arts as well. But wants to stay within the game and contribute and give back a little bit, and that's what he's doing with the coaching.
And that Ferbey team was the leader in this with the finesse game and getting a lot of rocks in play, getting the angles, missing the right way. So he has a lot to offer to anybody he coaches.
You like that? I don't mind it. Well, we might just hook it around. It's not the worst. It's probably going to run.
Oh, goodness. It's a reunion. Randy Ferbey's here. Fab 4, Ferbey 4. And of course, he won a couple of other Canadian championships with Pat Ryan.
Room. Whoa, have to wait. Off.
And I'll never forget, of course, he and Pat and their respective wives won the very first event I ever did, the 1986 Canadian Mixed in Kamloops.
No bounce.
Well, Kathy, let's want to reminisce about anything when Brad Jacobs, Steve Laycock as they play in the 7th.
Well, you know, you talked about this game a couple of times because you've mentioned how many blanks there were, but there really have been rocks in play. In this end alone, Brad Jacobs made a double to lie 3, and on his first, Steve Laycock made a triple. And so the ability to move ground around when things haven't worked out has been a huge issue. This is the attempt for 2. Wants to hit it with enough that he'll get that stone at the back and roll the shooter in.
It's close. And now the question is, will the stone stop or will he give up the steal? Oh boy. Have a look.
On red.
So Jacobs picks up the steal. Bad break, but it was obvious in that end, Kathy, to see Laycock almost saying, I've got to do something here. There were more rocks in play.
Desperate times.
Trying to get it 3 here.
Mark Nichols just made a clutch run.
Good hack. Hair up.
Tough shot here for BJ.
Off.
Stuck it too. Incredible.
Go. Matt, go. Go. Hammer it. Go.
You have to go hard on this.
I got it.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What a turning point. McEwen looked pretty safe there. He had 2 of them in front of the tee line, close to the button.
I don't know if that was ice or weight. Didn't seem to overthrow it very much.
I think the end. You guys agree?
Yeah. Bite the 4 probably, yeah?
Yeah, I think like if we're full 8. Yeah. Full 8, bite the 4.
Full 8 is good.
Same speed here, boys?
Yeah.
You gotta
Speed.
think it's the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to get buried.
Potential shot at a 3 here. Goose should be really happy with 2.
So Neufeld unable to push the stone out, sitting back 12. Chance now to split the ring, sit the deuce. How do you get your third, possibly?
Yeah.
Well, the back one's kind of buried, and if Mark can sink this in behind, what's McEwen going to do? You know, if he can't get at it, it's a shot for 3.
Whoa. You're by. Whoa.
Everything's going to be buried here.
Whoa, over curling.
Behind the line. No.
He's losing handle here.
It's going to be half open.
And it pops out the other side.
Boy.
The finish at the end.
It's deep in.
Even if you
tight. It's a hair tight.
Yeah. Well, there was.
I didn't want to get on because they were saying it was.
Oh,
heavy,
I know.
so.
If we had known it was there, we could hit it a little early.
Yeah, it came down pretty good though. I think if we hit it early, it
stays in the good stuff.
Yeah.
Mike, put a good one on there.
Confident call from Mike McEwen here. You could easily hit that one and limit the damage to 2, and he's still got another shot, but he's going to try to, because that overcurled, he's going to try to get it into that spot. If it's perfect, he eliminates both red. It's got to be good though. You can't bounce off.
Let's check in on Reed Carruthers, Pat Simmons. 3-2 Carruthers leads. Simmons final coming up. I mentioned cautious play. There have been 3 blanks in this one too.
Yeah, and not the same situation as we had on A. There have been some big shots made for sure, but there has also been a very typical Pat Simmons conservative approach. Reed Carruthers' final stone out in the wings, elected to hit and roll out to not give any double opportunity to Pat.
Get right off. Carter.
We can get there.
Oh,
I think we can.
Hey, you got to try it, Carter. Carter, you got to keep sweeping it.
He still plays that.
Trying to just touch that red.
I think we got to get trying.
No, they did. Just touch it. Now they'll have a look.
Brilliant sweep call by John.
He's got probably an inch of the yellow. I don't think he can play the
We'll update you if it looks like it's just the one.
It's not going to slow it down.
We seem to give the one sign to the scorekeeper, but we'll update you. Well, we can confirm it is one for
Mark, just
Simmons.
Like if we're tight to that guard, we can go back 4.
We can go here, yeah. He's playing a hit and roll, but
Mike
just got to make sure we're second.
Inch short from perfection, and now it's a chance to sit 2. It'd be wide open. Mike will have to hit it. Pretty easy 2 for Brad Gushue, unless McEwen can roll buried somehow.
I like the call. It negates the 3, and he's down 1, so he'd only go up 1 if he gets the deuce on him. So you don't want him to go up 2. So I like that freeze, even if it wasn't shot.
T-line, guys. Yep.
Top 4.
Yep. Yep. Where?
Like to go.
Yep. Line.
Just in front of T. Gotta go down the T.
Gotta go then.
Split the T line.
Gotta split the T.
Go ahead, Walker.
It's really curling too.
Hard. Hard.
Certainly have to be a big carry for them. Now even Mark Nichols out. Oh, they were talking about T, and they barely make the top 8.
Guys. No.
It's a little light, I thought, but
out of your hand.
I thought it was further than that.
Not only did over curl and come up light, but it looks like it's queued up a possible double because that yellow-red combo is so good for Mike. If he gives that a shot and gets it in here somewhere, takes away the entire end.
This is pretty natural.
I don't mind. I think so.
Just got to watch. You might have to, if we hit it a little thick, we might have to get the shooter out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still going to have this for 3.
The only other option is we won't have it for 3.
Well, I'm saying if we don't kill this.
Yeah. Oh.
If that was your first thought, I don't mind it. I like it.
Isn't it?
I like your first call. Call timeout. Well, it's up to you. I mean, it's one or the other. I like this one. If you like it.
Cheryl, do you remember when you were back in school?
If you touch this, there's no way he's going to be able to come off of it. It's probably pretty tough to hit it too thick. It's pretty natural just to roll right to here.
It is.
But I like this too.
Okay. I think I like the intern.
This is probably the easier shot.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Intern?
Wouldn't you agree?
Okay, so
intern.
they made the decision, but when you were back in school and you were doing an exam or a test, and you teacher afterwards, but why didn't you go with your first thought? And how many times out here a skip, it's the first thought that they usually go to. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, your gut instinct, and a lot of times there's so much that goes into that first instinct because you know the ice, you've seen a couple shots down there. That all comes into play when you instinctively look at a shot that you really like.
I've got about to here.
Well, we have our first final, and Rachel Holman will win 4 in a row, and decisively 9-2, the winner over Kelsey Rock. And she has clinched herself at least a tiebreaker.
The intern at it.
Pretty tight.
Pretty tight.
I mean, this would be really good too.
John Mead.
No, you rack. It's game.
I like this.
I like this.
Yeah.
I can play it with either turn. I can play out turn or in.
John Mead's not going to allow them to play that tap, and they're talking about this shot here, just grazing by the guard, tapping that, rolling over, which would be fantastic. Sit 2 points. What if you wreck on the guard? You ever hit that guard and you move the guard over a little bit? It's a wide open hit for Gushue to basically win the game. 4 points. So I think they're going to play the double here. Both shots are difficult. Both shots are rewarding, but one of them's got a really big downside.
John Epping giving Kevin Cooey a real battle, Kathy, as we pick up last stone and 8.
Well, Kevin Cooey buried on his first one, but John Epping ran his own stone back, picked it out, and so this is a draw against 2.
Line's good. Keep going, though. Can't hurt it. Nice shot, Kevin. Good sweep, guys. Good sweep.
Both the Stones around the edge in top 8. There's a single point to tie it at 5.
Sweep.
Yeah, should be good.
Decided to go with the hit here. I think they're going out turn. Mike talked about in turn originally before the
call your
timeout.
shooter. I'll be on it. For what you want me to do
I
with
don't
it.
remember too many in this spot. I got a feeling that's tight ice for an out turn, but he'd know much better than I would. Hits it right where the broom is, pretty close.
This is the spot that the tendency for most right-hand curlers is a little bit of back
Yes.
motion on it, so might be icing it for himself and for that throw.
And this won't be light either.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Final stone for Mike McEwen.
Matty.
Hard.
Backed right off.
Oh, Mike.
And he's going to slide underneath.
Just a little in-out motion on that.
Yeah, just as you said.
Bad slide.
But better than wrecking on the guard with that soft shot.
I think the same weight is good at
It's only for 2, and he's still got to make
The
it.
same? I think so. Do you agree?
You like the same weight in this path?
Same. I don't think I'd like to throw any less. But I think the same is. I think the same is there in this path.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't need a few feet more.
No.
Can I get away with?
So the same.
You could get away
Not
with
that they were going to be
max.
brought into play very much, but McEwen took Wozniak and Neufeld right out of that last shot.
Mm-hmm. Just a tad wide. He didn't miss by much, actually.
Shot Stone,
Easy.
top 8.
Easy. Line
Draw
5.
for 2 for Brad Gushue
Back 4.
to retake the
Line's
lead.
good. Line's good.
It's getting a little tight.
Yep. It's curling.
Whoa, you're fine.
Hard, Jeff.
Weight's good.
You're fine.
Back button.
Line's
Fight
good.
over.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's good. Shot's good.
Good judge, guys.
2 points, good. Gushue leads it 5-4. Into the Wayback Machine set for the year 2001. The Canadian Juniors was being played in St. Catharines, and in the men's final, it was Manitoba, skipped by Mike McEwen, and his third was Denny Neufeld. And they faced Newfoundland and Labrador, skipped by Brad Gushue, and third, Mark Nichols. Gushue and the team won in 9 ends. Make the final 8-3. It was Gushue's 6th appearance at the Canadian Juniors. He'd go on to win the Worlds that year, played in Salt Lake City, Utah. Oh my. Mark Nichols, look at him. Still babyface. That's quite something.
Hasn't changed much.
Not at all. Welcome back. Gushue gets the deuce in 8. Has the lead 5-4, and here in 9 it'll be Mike McEwen that has last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
No, line's good. Line should be good. Line's good.
I think he said he needs to curl.
Yep. Line's good. Line's good now. Softly high. Whoa. Over curled a bit. Go, Brett. Go.
Okay.
Okay. Good shot.
Do not run.
Nah.
She's a little softer.
And isn't that something?
Like this? You don't.
Nolan Thiessen. He was also part of that team for Manitoba. And here he is now, of course, playing for Pat Simmons.
Oh, wow.
The other options here, I guess. He's playing this next.
What if we try and set up a 3 here? What if we do this?
Well, I don't like that because this is high enough that he can get around both.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I
just talking
don't
about
like that.
Yeah, I'm just talking about setting up a possible 3.
What do you like? Open side?
Open side's
Yeah.
good. I mean, it's going to give us an opportunity. I mean, I don't know if a deuce here is good or not.
I mean, your shot's really good if you make it.
I know.
I mean,
Just
I
give him the blanket play, even if he doesn't make it. It's not that bad.
Both deuces they got are
Just last rock. Deuce.
okay. I don't mind it.
Okay.
They just discussed whether a deuce is good, because do they want to be one up without or try for the blank?
It's a great shot.
Right.
Trying to.
And that decision will never be answered, I don't think.
It gets discussed over and over.
There's Mike saying he can score 2 now, because if he doesn't in the 10th end, he's going to probably lose the game in the extra end. So it would be tempting for me to have 2 tries here. I'd be tempted to sit 2 and see what happens. You still had the blank still alive. Oh, here we go. They're actually going to. I thought they were going to play the peel. Oh, that's got a chance.
Shot, Jimmy. Keep going, BJ. Keep going. Good sweep. Shot.
And we have our second final. And a steal of 1 by Brad Jacobs in 8 brings out the handshakes. And Jacobs is a winner over Steve Laycock. So Jacobs now is 2-1, Laycock 1-3.
Court. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Yep. Shot.
Obviously the blank's alive, but Mike's looking at that corner guard out of his corner of his eye, because he can still sneak around there if something happens here. So probably hit this dead on. The rock gets higher and higher and higher to the point that when Gushue hits it, it won't be in the rings.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, he was so tight on that.
Oh, that's not a good shot.
Well, and Gushue can even sneak around this corner guard for the force.
Is that light?
They throw in a center. I like around.
I kind of like this now.
Yeah?
You don't? I don't mind the dry-in. Like.
Oh, he's saying guard.
Guard.
Oh, the guard.
I was thinking the guard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't mind that.
I like both.
Now we got tons of time.
Interesting, really interesting situation. Because if you do throw the center guard, you know what Gushue's trying to do? He's trying to force McEwen to a single. So if he throws the center guard, what's McEwen going to do? Because McEwen's kind of played his hand already that he's going to blank, but I could see McEwen drawing right around that center guard and trying to get his 2.
Well, with the 2 guards up, yeah.
My first thought was the guard. Just because I think if we come around now, like it's so early, we're leaving ourselves pretty vulnerable to an easy deuce or even a 3, right? Playing around a corner. Like we get over there, he gets corner freeze on. Like what's he doing if we go? We got to make sure we're a little past this, or at least even, so we can't double it.
This is almost
if he
a little
goes
bit.
there, I think he almost has to play in, or he tries a thin peel and maybe tries to do that for now.
Peel.
I think he's going to peel.
Yeah,
for now.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want to have him have 5 shots after we make this.
Yeah, okay.
I'd like to delay it for a little
I
bit.
think he's going to peel and might as well throw the guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the comment.
Yeah,
That's
right
the key
there.
comment.
Just
If you
even or
think
If he goes, then we're fine. Like
Mike McEwen's going to peel it, let's throw the guard. I'm not sure he's going
we
to
kind
peel
of want
it.
him to go.
Yeah.
He won't go.
And I like Brad's comment about going around the corner. It's too early to do that. They know they can eventually do that for the force.
Well, your last word from Mark Nichols was he won't go. We'll find out shortly. Reed Carruthers, Pat Simmons in a 3-3 tie. Lots of stones around the button, full of rocks. What's going on, Kevin?
Well, 2 great shots back-to-back. One by Reed Carruthers, one by Pat Simmons to go off their own stones and roll to the center. Pat's final stone, the yellow stone, they've taken a lot of look at it, who's shot. But for Reed, needs the H's. This is going nowhere.
We're good. We're there. It's there. It's there.
So now take a look at those 2 stones. Back button, top button.
I bet like my house it's red. I bet a lot of money it's red.
I think it should be. Yeah. I think it's red. You guys want red? Oh, yeah,
No, that's one.
Same kind of thing. Draw.
Easy.
So it is 1 red, and so Carruthers takes the 4-3 lead.
Yep. Hair elastic control.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard. You really got to go.
Okay.
Hard. Sit down, Danny. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Okay. Need a big move. Okay.
Okay.
Good sweep.
Thought it picked, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were right, though. He didn't go.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. And part of it was the positioning, I think, too. I think it was a little longer guard, which was smart on Brad Gushew's part to get it in tight like that. I think it's a little longer. You might see them go around. It's all about your belief. One up without or one down with. What do you like?
Well, and the thing is, if only one guard up there,
Real tight.
then he won't. But two guards, you're going to get forced anyway, most likely.
Right. Like that's my point. Is if McEwen continues to peel here, Gushew's going around that corner guard. You can't blank. So
Well, no, it's good.
But this is deep anyways.
You don't need it though, Brett.
Just clean it.
They can't afford to throw a long one here.
That's good. Okay, good. Real nice, Mark. Good shot.
This will be interesting.
You like trying to...
Okay.
Try it?
I mean, Saturday we draw around.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta draw around, don't you?
I like to draw around.
I kind of like the draw, I think, Mike.
The draw right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Top four.
Okay, beat you. Let's make it good.
Force your opponent to make an error.
Still good here, I think.
It can backfire, no question about it. You can, we watch Mark Nichols make a run double and stick it buried. You can't, but you can't stop everything.
BJ Neufeld as we play here in 9, throwing third stones.
Easy, guys.
What can he not do? What's the worst thing that he could do here?
Certainly behind the tee line buried.
Line's good.
Wait only.
Matt, you go tight. Line's...
Matty.
Whoa, it's heavy.
Oh, boy.
It's got to come down, doesn't it? It's trying. It's really trying. It's got to sit. It's got to sit.
Boy, that's slowed down.
Good.
That looked a lot deeper.
Freeze, run back.
Like the freeze or right on the nose?
Whatever you like, Brad.
Okay.
Know this spot.
Brett. Just touching line, eh?
Yeah. The run back is just so routine these days.
Yeah, that's what Mike was worried about.
Whoa. Forward. Whoa.
Mark Nichols trying to run his own back.
Yep.
We stick it there,
Yes.
leave it behind cover.
Hard.
Gallant trying to hold the line, get it right to the nose, run it back. Wow,
Okay.
it overcurled on him.
That's always been my belief, and sometimes it doesn't work. We saw Mark make the pistol 2 ends ago, but Force a great player. It's the only way you're going to beat him. But those aren't easy, those run backs.
Made a big move on us there, Mark. Sorry.
Now you got
Mats
a chance
were
here.
curling there too.
What's that?
Mats were curling there too.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, can't.
Off, Matty.
Can't for line. Line is not good.
Weight's good.
Could set up a yellow double
Line
here.
sucks.
This is way out there.
Freeze it.
We're not even not yet.
Stay close, Matty.
Hard,
Matty.
hard.
Let's do it.
It's, I know, I'm trying to bounce it, so it's not a double roll.
We have to make a decision.
It's way too sharp and heavy.
What to do with it? Huh?
Too sharp and heavy.
Can Brad make the double and actually roll a little bit?
It's close. It's really close.
I think he can. Oh, what a turning point again. Even if that's short,
No, I
Cheryl.
was thinking solid normal. Okay.
Top 12.
Yeah.
Make sure, yeah. We gotta make sure, yeah. If we throw a quiet, we may not get rid of both. So
I like that.
even close to peel, I think we'll get a little bit of movement based on the last couple down here. So the boards.
Almost peel.
Skip Stones, Brad Gushue, his first.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Jeff, go, 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 go.
What's the
Now,
yellow,
trying to
Jeff?
get a little roll underneath. No, banged it right on the beat. Gets rid of both stones.
Beat Mark.
Overcooked it a bit. Throw. Yeah, I know. I threw good. I just didn't call the line very good.
Maybe like a bumper.
I like bumper myself.
Thinking right there.
You know what? Rolling dead buried behind it isn't
not
bad.
the worst.
Isn't bad either.
No. Bumper.
We've seen a couple move here with the down weight, the boards, and the hacks.
Bumper.
Couple of choices here. They could hit it, roll open like that. So Brad has got a long roll, but Brad might just ignore it. Brad might just say, forget it. I'm going to come right in there like that and force you. So I think Mike's got to beat him in. So I think they're going to throw that soft weight, as you suggested, Cheryl, try to roll partly underneath cover.
With this weight, it should.
Half under, do you want to draw?
We'll play the intern come around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only risk. It's going to be so high in the ring. Gushue can use it as a guard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Light bump. Whoa, whoa, guys.
Whoa.
Mike McEwen.
Yep. Get.
Hack only.
Get.
Hard.
Really hard. Hard.
You found Wozniak.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Hold the line. Look for that little roll underneath. Oh, it's really thin. It's really thin.
Wow. Get it out, DJ.
out.
Go.
And it's the shooter's going to spill, and it'll be Shot Rock Gushue at the moment.
Wow.
Huge error.
Way more weight than that. Disaster.
This is 3 we've seen down here with that board hack weight really take off near the center line.
Finn, it's going to be slower, I think.
Brad, is this the same line as my guard?
You were at the just outside edge of the 8.
Okay.
He was splitting center.
I just think if we get out here, it's a little quicker.
It is quicker.
What? Say that again?
We're just worried about the line here, thinking the speed is different.
Okay.
It's nice and quick.
I'm just wondering if that's the same line as my guard, that's all.
No, it's a little tighter, but I think it's the line to get behind that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if we take the line for your guard, we're best getting a piece under. That's it.
Okay.
So it's going to be a little slower in here? Is that what you're thinking?
I think in here it's similar to last end.
Yeah, I
just think out further it's a little quicker than last end.
This is where it's tricky. Out where you haven't played many, this could run and be, end up back 8-foot type thing. If he hits the broom, it could curl and slow down like they all have lately. The last 3 or 4 have really slowed down here. That's what we talked about yesterday. It usually slows down in that slide path late in the game. It didn't yesterday, and it fooled a lot of the curlers.
What a chance, though, for Gushue.
Top button.
If he could just pull off the force.
Don't need it. Jeff's in.
T. Line's getting good.
Hold McEwen to 1.
Line's great.
To tie the game, he'd have the last rock coming home in 10. Now dragging it as far as they can, get to the top 4, and sink it perfectly. Wow, that's knowledge, I know, but I suspect they were guessing a little bit on line and weight.
Yeah, no question.
Line's great.
Line's good.
Yep.
Piece of the button, guys. It's
Right on
really
the button.
there now.
Right on the button.
Whoa.
All right. Good.
Great information from Mark and Brad to the sweepers of where it is, and then that lets them decide when to sweep and where they have to take it to.
Now, Mike McEwen needs to grab half the button.
7 or 8 inches wider, and this is what Mark Nichols was mentioning to Brad Gushue. This quicker out here, so have to keep an eye on this.
Line's good, guys. Keep a brush on it.
Sitting the 2, but it's that all-important shot sitting top 4.
Line's nice.
Gushue.
Line's really good, guys.
Wozniak.
Line's really good.
Danny Neufeld loving the line.
Shot, Mike.
And loving the shot even more.
Nice shot.
But Gushue takes advantage of a McEwen mistake. He'll have last rock coming home.
The 2015 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. The 2015 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Ford, proud partner of the Canadian Curling Association for over 20 years, by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures, and by Purex Bathroom Tissue. Purex, 90 years of pure comfort.
Well, Kathy, we already saw Rachel Holman win her 4th straight. Kevin Koe trying to do the same, but it is John Epping giving him a real battle. And what's he got a chance for here in 9?
Well, 2, but it's a very precise shot. On his first one, went around facing 2 Koe stones. Kevin Koe followed him. It is that red stone at the top of the button. It is second shot, so there is the potential for 2, but needs every bit that he can see of the white.
Right on the tee. Timmy and
Pat Cam,
right on the tee.
former Canadian junior silver medalist, managing the house. Pat Jansen, Tim March on the brush. Lovely. Wow. John Epping picks up the deuce to lead 7-5. And Koe will have the last drop, coming home down by a couple. How we see it is how you see it. Our featured game is Gushue and McEwen. Mike McEwen's mistake, the force of a single point. We're tied at 5, and Brad Gushue, trying to win his first, will have the last rock. He'll have the hammer, coming home in 10, playing the Redstone.
Hard, hard, hard.
No, very nice shots by Jeff. 2 perfect tick shots.
Shooting, Jeff.
Shots, Jeff. Sweet.
Good shot.
Yeah.
What a great tool to have, to be able to throw the right speed. That's the key on those. Just a hack weight. Kick it over. The one in the rings could win the game too. Brad won't have to stay with his last shot. He's having that saver over in the corner.
Heavy, Danny. I don't think we're heavy.
Clean.
This doesn't slide here.
A little bit. Yep.
Yeah, come on. Go, Dane. Go, 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 go. Good. Beach.
You can hit those and roll.
Yeah, when do you want to do it?
A blank in 9 means that Pat Simmons will have the last draw. Coming home down by 1 and playing Reed Carruthers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Fine, it's fine.
Good shot.
Not too many choices for Mike here. You have to keep throwing them up and hoping.
More.
Yeah, it's a hair more.
You have to finish the speech.
Throw Matt.
That's why those tick shots are so huge, because you'll never see these teams miss a peel.
Clean. Just clean.
You try to roll both of them? Yep. Thought that might come sooner or later.
Yeah.
Can kind of try to get
to throw normal.
the center one rolling towards center, and the shooter would roll towards center as well.
Yeah, like normal up to get both to.
Yeah.
Quite a call, eh? Have you ever seen this?
I love it.
I think you want to hit a little bit.
Trying to end up with 2 center guards.
It's a great call.
Okay. Firm normal.
It'll probably be a fairly simple double, even if it's executed, but it's sure worth a try.
It's getting the most out of what you've got out there.
I don't think I've ever seen that call. You just don't have that situation too frozen because of the perfect ticks.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
BJ Newfeld.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Really gotta go. Go, 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 go. Ah, shoot.
One will spin a little too far, covering the edge of the 12, but there is a center line guard. To keep yourself updated on all the happenings in the curling world, go to tsn.ca/curling. all your highlights, feature stories. Bob Weeks has joined TSN, of course. His one-on-ones are great reading. tsn.ca/curling.
Whoa!
Mark Nichols.
Clean. Yep. Good.
Yeah.
Now they're going to try to force Brad to look at 2, try to freeze one in there, get shot rock, get the error, and then sit 2 at some point in time at least.
A little bit of room, a little bit of room.
You can go.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line only.
Yep.
Line only.
Hard.
Whoa, whoa,
Line
whoa,
only, Mike.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, good try.
Just a little bounce off.
Right on the nose, Mark, with Peel.
Okay.
Brad doesn't care about his own back one. As a matter of fact, he'd probably rather get rid of it, keeping this one in front of the tee line.
Yep. Yeah. Hard. 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 Good.
Good shot. In a 5-5 tie, Gushue with last rock coming home. And really, Mike McEwen can look at that 5th, and what a turnaround. When he put that 3 up, you thought, oh my goodness, they were off and running to give them the lead. But then he made that mistake. As you said, in 9, all he had to do really was just hit and stick. He didn't have to go anywhere. The battle of the skips, well, it's advantage Gushue, and it's advantage Gushue at the moment. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Your best chance is to freeze. Hope he messes something up.
He's
drawing.
He's going to beat it, but...
Well, if you're really good...
Yeah, okay.
Kind of grasping at straws here, but I like to call angle freeze it a bit, hope it sticks after Gushue jams it, but you got to be so precise in this one.
And then you're hoping for a mistake out of a skip that's playing almost 90%. So
Freeze that corner guard, and then on my last one I hit it and I roll everything in. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't see how this is going to work either, though. Do you know what I mean?
You can't make a hit and little roll and be shot?
I could. Let's make this freeze.
Okay. What they're worried about, they appreciate the talents of Mr. Gushue. You put it on that corner, Brad's just going to get rid of it so easily, and then you're in trouble. What he was actually thinking is putting it up on the edge of that one on the short of the rings, angle freeze it, hit it, and roll both yellows in.
Just for line. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All there.
So
Get
hard to
hard
angle
line,
this.
hard
It's going to be
hard
useful.
line, Matt. You got to go line. You have to go line.
Well, you've ever thought of trying to go behind those 2 stones in 12?
Yeah, that would have been an option too, but get it half buried in behind.
Okay. Now, granted, they moved the stones now. There was maybe a slight overlap.
Trying to be just touching the tee kind of thing?
Yeah, top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it above the tee line, but not too high above.
Mike had to be shot there.
Mark, I don't mind going out even further. Like, go out to, like, edge of the 8, middle of the 8.
Okay. What do you want, edge of button then?
Yeah, around there. Yeah, it's like that. It gets us far enough.
I think you just want to be full 8 out there, eh?
Yeah. So a little slower in this spot, eh?
It was, yeah. When you were, put more ice, it was a little slower.
Okay. So a little more than that your last end, or can we get that there?
Just a little bit.
Close, yeah.
he's got to throw through the slide path first, and it can be just a touch slower later in the game to give them a little extra.
Looks like a time.
Brett could have taken a crack at hitting the McEwen stone, even though it's second shot. He's just decided he can sit 2 here.
Stay close. I think it'll come down.
Yeah.
Back 4.
Hold then. Hold then. No. No.
Just behind T.
Just behind.
Stay with it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, Jeff.
Whoa. Good.
Good job, Brad.
And sit 2 they do.
There's a chance to sit 2 here, though. There's still an angle here. Now Mike's going to have to throw it as hard as he possibly can here.
I think that's all we got.
Stick that. This double could go. Yellow could stay
maybe a little
over
bit
here
more
somewhere. And the key is he obviously has to get right across over into this area here to kick that thing out. But it's possible.
It's no good.
This is here.
Just wax it because he's second, right?
You could probably roll to here and maybe get this to here.
I think you want to hit slightly more than 3/4.
Oh, pretty hard.
Sad?
Time out.
You gotta throw it hard.
Time out. Yeah, peel.
Time out.
Yeah, you'll have to throw it very hard to get the
Peel away,
spring
roll
off
right
the
here.
back yellow one into the 4-foot area.
The yellow one, Mike's trying to get this yellow one that's in the rings now to go towards the button. I don't think that's possible and roll the shooter far enough.
Roll into this area.
I think he's better to make the across the sheet
I just
double.
blast it
You
and
just
that
wrist it.
counts.
I mean, it's just a hair low.
Yeah, 3/4 right there. That shouldn't do anything. Do you need a shade less?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Can you make it so you roll? Just a hair low. Big 2. Can you roll it so you can
So
roll?
I think he's trying to
Hair low.
Can you? Yeah. Okay.
raise that one
So you
straight back,
almost
have
roll
it
them
kick
together.
and come into the full 8-foot, and the thrown rock rolls over and guards it. So both yellows will roll 2 feet towards the center line. This has to be humming.
A lot of weight.
Whoa. No, no, no. Yeah.
Has to be shot stone. Bang. And away they go. And that will be it. And Brad Gushue will pick up win number 1.
Good luck.
Now 1 and 2. McEwen is 2 and 2. Make the final. Brad Gushue 6-5 over Mike McEwen. You just have to go back to that 9th and that force and that mistake as we go to sheet C. And the final stone coming up here for Pat Simmons. Kathy, this is a chance for the win. Kathy, a chance for the win here?
It certainly is on the final stone from Reed Carruthers, trying to get to the Pat Simmons stone he had thrown on his first, hit it a little bit thick, and it did not spin far enough. So it is the shot stone already. Needs a bite of the 4-foot for the 2 and the win.
Same. Lines the
Reed
same.
Carruthers at 1 and 2. Simmons at 1 and 1.
Okay, as long as it's not out in the 8-foot, Carter. Clean it for line. Line's good. Okay, is it?
Shot rock
clean?
just sitting, nibbling the back of the 4.
Just looked like it was picking a bit there.
And there it is, the draw for 2 for Pat Simmons. The reigning Canadian champions will pick up the win. 5-4 the final. So Carruthers is now 1 and 3, and Simmons goes to 2 and 1. 1 remains, and off we go. We're playing now Skip Stones. This is Kevin Cooey in his first. John Epbiggy going through the hole, and he'll touch everything, and the shooter will go right out the back. But at the moment, Cooey down by 2.
Yeah, I think you just rip it.
Has stones in the top 8. It is the shot rock, though, belongs to Epping, which is covered and sitting top edge of the button.
No, roll on. We got to roll on it. We'll have the top. Yeah.
Didn't quite work out the way Kevin wanted it. No lack of trying. He threw it hard enough, but hit it a hair too thin. Not only kicked Epping in behind, but the key second point on the scoreboard here, he's going to take it away here.
Kathy, how did we get to this point?
You know, it's been a really interesting end. You would have thought up to that Epping might have tried to remove Stones, but he's just gone very aggressively hard after Kevin, and that's why you see so much granite in play.
Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
Final Stone trying to roll it over and inside. A little kiss off. And there he's sitting the deuce. But
thanks.
What's he left here?
Not much.
No? I don't think he has anything for a deuce.
The only thing is if I can't get this going through there like this.
Really thin? Yeah. Throw it if you want.
That little angle, it's a short angle double, and then there's the catcher on the side on the 8. Does that not work for him, do you think, or is it too tough?
You're going to, the one that John just hit and rolled with, you can't get it out, Vic. It's going to jam on the shot rock.
Okay.
Can you throw it hard enough to get it?
Run out of time.
Can you get it spinning? You probably going over the top.
This isn't there either. But
well, the only other thing is
and you look at the scoreboard and you see Epping making the most of his hammers, getting 2 and 4, 2 and 6, and then 2 in 9.
Throw it hard and try to
compared
make
to singles for Cooey in 5 and 8.
John just made a spectacular roll there. Like, that's just so good.
Nothing good can go that way, hey, off clipping that?
Maybe.
Cooey undefeated coming in.
Oh, if those ones over.
You have to hit this yellow so thin to save it that it jams on the shot Yellowstone.
Right. If you hit it ultra thin, your shooter goes right through
hey,
the
Kev,
stick.
Try to make it really thin.
That's what.
Maybe nut it here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way. And this one goes across the top, which is, you'd have to just take the paper off the outside of that rock he's aiming at.
Final Stone, Cooey down by 2. Epping sitting a couple.
Tim.
And by it goes. Epping will pick up 2 more. More importantly, pick up the win. And Cooey will drop his first. 9-5 the final. John Epping is a winner to go to 2 and 1. Cooey finds himself now 3 and 1. So after 5 draws, Cooey now falls back, losing his first. Steve Laycock, Reed Carruthers are on the bottom of the men's side at 1 and 3. Rachel Holman roaring along, wins her 4th in a row. Tracy Fleury still winless at 0 and 3. Back with you for draw 6 coming up tonight, 8:30 Eastern Time, TSN 1 and 3. We'll see Kelsey Rock, who dropped that game to Holman earlier, and Jennifer Jones coming off her first win this morning. When we talk to you again at 8:30 Eastern Time as our coverage of the Home Hardware Canada Cup continues from Grande Prairie here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.